Dean, there is huge news in the world
Huge.
this week. Huge. Never before seen news, Dean.
Never before seen.
Never seen by the human eye before, Dean. We have a new color. We have a new color.
Seen by 8 eyes,
Person?
actually.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Only before seen by 8 eyes.
Is this,
Which, okay. No, this is a real thing.
16 eyes. Yeah, there's a real new color.
Okay, so
Are they gonna play?
I feel
the
like
next
I've
Disney
seen
character?
this. I feel like I've seen. Wow!
Oh my god!
Wow! Why are none of these articles showing me the fucking color? I guess because it's never before, so you can't see it.
We don't see color here, Zach.
That's right.
well
That's
said,
right.
well said.
That's right. Okay, so the color is called Olo. And only 5 people have seen it, but I feel like I might be the 6th person because when I was a kid, you like kind of do the eye thing and you start seeing stars. I've seen this color before, bro.
I don't think
a
that's
trendsetter, bro. No. It says you have to stimulate the eye, bro, to see it. Let me
I
show
thought
you.
I've seen that
use,
color
like,
on a couple
quantum-
LWO streams.
Like quantum lasers. That's
No,
more
I had
like a
that
teal.
technology.
That's green.
No, because you can't see.
It's teal.
Your
I
eyes
saw this
can't
on Predator.
comprehend this. No, your eyes can't
That's
comprehend
the color
this
of the
color.
water on what's the
That's the color of Shane's mic. Shane has Olo on his mic, dude. Look. Hang on. Oh, it's color changing. I thought it was
There it
color
is.
static. Look, he had Olo.
Oh,
Okay.
He had Olo, bro.
Yeah, it's the
Olo.
color
Like
of the water
there's-
on Scarif in Rogue One.
Oh,
Look
yeah.
at Manny's comment.
Kulo. Apparently,
That's
this is
great.
what it is, bro. This is the new color, bro. This is new color theory.
Teal. This is not a new color.
Okay, Mike. I'm not taking color advice from you, Mike. No offense.
Tiffany blue.
There's
Come on.
a load of colors that the human eye is not adapted to
Isn't
see.
this Zach's Wonderland's color?
Wow, you're not wrong. What the hell? I copyrighted this color already.
Hold on. Let the teacher walk us through this, because
Manny says this
nice.
is Baja Blast, dude.
oh yes, that's great. Yeah.
What, Shane? Are you like a young, like you teach little kids, or you
Are
teach?
you a young?
Sorry,
Are you a young?
12 to 18, 12 to adults. Yeah.
Wow,
God,
special
yeah,
class.
Okay. Do they know about Olo in your class?
Yeah, we talked about it the whole time. Yeah.
Dude, we knew a guy when I was in high school. His nickname was Olo, but he had a hole in his chest,
Dude,
like an
What the
indentation.
fuck?
I have
Oh,
a,
man.
I have a
What the
Olo
hell? You have
figure
Olo right
here.
there,
Jesus.
dude. We got the jump on Olo, bro.
Gundam on the jump, bro.
Wow.
Dude. This is Olo too, Dean. Look at this.
What
the hell, bro?
fuck? Yeah, this
Maybe
is
maybe
bullshit.
we're the 5 people that have seen it.
Look, Eddie got Olo.
It's got
too.
Olo right there. I think the real thing is all of us have seen it before. So I mean,
Oh, Jesus.
I appreciate that.
That was,
I appreciate
hey, end the show. It's not getting better than that. That was good.
can you imagine if I actually had end show and then we had to start all over? Oh boy, we have.
That
we
seems
have
like a
fun.
nothing burger.
Right, I made a new color. It's called Roto. It's brown with blue. That's my
Brown
new
with
color.
red. That's just
Only one
when-
person's seen it.
when Zach shits.
Wow, that's when I used the bidet too hard.
Brown and red. Yeah.
Jesus
Ew, Jesus Christ.
That's America right now, bro. Nothing but.
Some fiber.
Anyways, what? Let's get this Olo started, boys.
Are you an angel?
What?
An angel. I heard the deep space pilots talk about them. They're the most beautiful creatures in the universe.
Hello there.
We are tonight's entertainment.
We would be honored if you would join us.
He's got a billion toys.
You brought in the doll collection. These are not dolls, Jim. These are commodities. Same as gold or oil.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
You are now listening to the Collecting Weekly podcast.
This is the true form of lore gang right here. Very nice. YouTube.com/collectingweekly. Thank you very much. That's very cool. Big.
Hey guys, my name is Zach.
I'm Dean.
I'm Marco.
I'm Eddie.
I'm Mike.
I'm Shane.
Welcome to this week's episode of Collecting Weekly. It's a weekly podcast where my friends and I talk about the things that matter the most to us this week in collecting.
That's right. We want to thank everybody out there watching, whether you're live in the YouTube studio audience or you're catching us on the replay, Spotify, SoundCloud, Apple, all kinds of places. So many places, I don't even know them all. I don't even think Zach knows them all.
I don't. I'll randomly get like, oh, you get 10 plays on olo.com. I'm like, what the fuck, bro? How do they know about this? Yeah. Anyways, we got a lot. We have both a lot to talk about and also subsequently nothing to talk about. And I think that's wherein lies our best shows. Dean, before we get into any of all of that, we have a very special segment that we start off all of our best shows with.
Yeah, you guys ready?
Yes.
It's new this week.
Yeah. That one's for our buddy.
It's a strong yeah.
Yeah.
I loved all of that.
Hurt like corneas, bro.
Yeah, there you go.
I saw Olo.
Felt it in your Olos, dude.
I know, dude. Dude, we should make a new shirt called Olos Locos, and it's just that color, bro.
Fuck, that's good. That's good.
Please, I gotta start working on that. Okay,
is that copyrighted?
What'd you get new this week? I haven't gotten anything.
All right, let's see. Marco, what'd you get? You got some stuff.
Yeah, so shout out to Mike's Adventure World here. This is truly a Mike's Adventure World.
No, don't say it. Don't
Zach's
say what
Wonderland collaboration, but yeah.
Well,
so
I don't know.
He's getting all the money, so he's getting all the money, but it doesn't feel like a collaboration.
So these are they're basically risers for the 6 scale figures, but yeah, really, really well done with the logos. So he did a Batman one for me, Justice League as well, Mandalorian. So just opening them up, and yeah, they look really beautiful. So really well done, and yeah, thanks, Mike.
Appreciate it, man. Thank you.
It's a slow knife, Eddie. It's a slow knife that cuts the deepest. Well,
Hey,
congratulations
Mike's on a downhill
that.
trend, man. Thin ice.
I hate to see it.
He's on thin ice lately.
Thin
Where's
ice,
Batfish?
bro. The
Can
ice
we get him
is
back?
thin. Yeah, he's building a shelf right now.
He's
So
too busy
apparently more
building
entertaining.
shelves.
Where are all the print lines though, Mike? That's the one.
Oh my god!
One thing I was.
Holy shit.
Wow. Where's all the friends at?
That's right.
That's what I
Not
wanna
here.
know.
Not here.
Wow.
How dare you, bro? Spit in my face like that with this fancy bamboo technology.
It's pretty
you know
dirty.
What? I'm tagging BVS, bro. I'm tagging DC in that post, bro. Taking him down.
Copyright him.
Copyright strike, bro. Incoming. Well, congratulations on intellectual theft, Mike. I hope you're proud of
That's
that.
what we do.
You're not wrong.
Mike's gonna have to change his name to Saturn Toys now or something.
Bolo Adventure World.
Pick a planet that hasn't been used yet.
Uranus.
Wow. Okay, Mike. That's inappropriate. We have children watching.
Eddie, you're up.
Okay?
Eddie, you're up. Go for it. Go for it. Do your
It
worst.
looks like he's taking a piss.
Okay, I thought the exact same thing, bro. I'm like, does this dog have parvo? Why is he walking?
Yeah,
like this?
I actually got 2 things. I got this and I got a 6 scale Eddie. Guess what he's pissing on?
Wow.
My collection's gonna be lit now. Though.
Wait, but really,
I
why
got
is he
this-
leaning like this, bro?
I think it's actually just the angle because he's actually walking, so it has one of the. I think it's a left front paw backwards, but yeah, Bob
Angle
Dylan.
of the dangle.
Yeah, Bob Dylan. I was when I had the John Wick 4 coming in, I contacted him, and it's just started with a 6 scale dog, and he started showing me links to 6 scale hands, custom hands, and like topo suits and stuff like that for a cane, which I don't even own yet, and an armory. And he, shout out to Bob. He gave me some really, really good advice. And this one, I didn't think this would be as good, but like it's basically a statue, but it has articulation at the head, and the collar is like a proper, there's a proper buckle on it and stuff like that. And there's a little groove on the dog's neck, so when the collar sits into it, so you can't really see the seam line. And the lead's pretty cool as well, and just the whole unboxing experience and stuff like that. Actually, really, really nice piece. Mr. Z is the person who. So I just thought of Pulp Fiction there, but he makes 6 scale dogs and other sort of creatures. But yeah, I think they're quite nice.
Wow,
Very cool.
I love it.
It is cool. It looks
Mr. Z.
almost identical to the dog they use in the movie. It's pretty good.
Like, see in the photo on the left, the kind of brochure. I swear to God, this guy must make, or this company must make like over 100 different animals. Like you can get this dog like sitting down as well, or in different colors and different breeds of dogs. They do like crazy stuff. They actually do some really nice dioramas, but when I went onto the website, they were all sold out. But like you can get the animals and stuff like that. So this is the one that Bob Dylan recommended.
This is the same guy that does our horses, Zach?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Is
I
that
have one horse by
JXK Studios or Mr. Z? Mr. Z and
Mr. Z.
Mr. Z is what they called on. I think I ordered mine on
these soil.
1.6 kit or something. Yeah, overseas.
There you go.
Overseas.
BBTS has some cheap 1/6 scale animals you can buy. Let's check in with the chat. We got Toy Mafia, 2 Samgis, Punisher, XS, Mike the 6 scale collector, Trevor Weed, Eddie Money Mendez, Big Ol' Fern, Moose 1/6 Fix. Let's see here. King Dingling, Boogie Manny, Ermac, Roberto M. Ermac says I bought an MMS 90 Hot Toys Predator off eBay. It absolutely smelled damp and rancid, so I have to deal with airing a shelf out. Yeah, it's no fun. SGC Collectibles, Draw the Line 35 Big Rib. Cam Collects. I got in a celebration 15 minutes after the gate opened. They weren't even letting anyone else in the line. I assume he's talking about the Hot Toys. There were people walking out with multiple bags. Shit was wild. Pedro Lopez, Sam Gist, LRODSAN, Tim Harvey. Let's see here. Charlie the Unicorn, Paul Schreiber, my sweet, sweet Paul. Jason Nelson in the chat. Did I say Charlie the Unicorn? Charlie's there too. You also got one of these.
A bit.
What would P-Rock
pauldron.
call it?
A bib Fortuna.
Polderone? No?
Nailed it.
Padrones.
Polderone. Yeah, so it's a pauldron because I wanted to recreate, because I have the kit, the armor for your normal TK, but I wanted to recreate the Stormtrooper Commander. And the only difference really, it has the pauldron on the right shoulder. It's the one I use for my logo. And the E22, which I don't have, but I think it's a summer project. There's a guy on, he has his own site. I think it's like, oh my God, what's the Galactic Armorer? And you can go on and he pretty much 3D prints any of the Star Wars blasters you want. You can just get the files and print it yourself if you want, or he can print you the parts. But when you get them, then it could be like, 100 parts, and you have to sand them and, use filler and all that kind of stuff. And I've never done that before, but I think it'd be a good project to have. And if I can do it with a blaster, then maybe in the future you might think about doing an actual armor. But I just think it'd be cool because it just gives me a bit of variety instead of just doing a Stormtrooper. I can do the Stormtrooper Commander. So yeah, this was like 50 euro shipped. It wasn't bad. It's just made out of foam, and hopefully if I can get it to sit right, it'll do the job.
So Shane, would this be like an official thing through the 501st to upgrade?
Well, like how it works is,
give me 1 second.
Once you either make or buy your own armor, you contact your local like detachment or garrison, whatever. They're all over the world, and just contact your local one, and then you get set up on their website, and then they'll say, right, send us photos. There's a bunch of different photos they need of you, like in your armor, and then that gets sent to like whoever's in charge of that garrison. They go, yeah, we've checked them against the CRL, the actual proper costume files, and it meets the cut. So yeah, you're in. And I won't really have to get this cleared. I can get it cleared if I want to, like, but it's just a case of just turn up and just wear this now. Like once you're in, like you kind of like, if you were to like say, if I was to get like say a Shore Trooper or I know a Mando, then you'd have to go through the clearance process again, because I'm cleared for a Stormtrooper, but I'm not cleared for anything else. It's just to keep it kind of standard, kind of high. But I think the Irish are kind of a bit more relaxed. Like all the costumes are great, like, but I think I've heard that the Americans are a bit more like particular about this. Like, that's a fraction of an inch over there.
Yeah,
you
got more intense nerds over here.
Do they give you? I find this absolutely fascinating. I'd love to do this one day. I won't get too deep into it and get off the rails, but will they give you like specific paint color codes for some of the armors, like you said, the Shore Trooper and stuff?
The Shore Trooper is like For me, not the grunt, not the all brown one, but the ones with the splash of color. The original one that Hot Toys released, I think that'd be the one which should be like my Grail kit. But I was reading up about it, like, because there's different stages. Some people actually 3D print their armor from scratch, then they sand it, they use filler, they paint it, they prime it and everything. And yeah, you can get, there's a particular type of spray paint, which is a particular code of that exact kind of sandy brown color. For me, I think the best I could probably do is buy the 3D printed parts and then go through the sanding and priming. That might be a better way to start it. That's why I'm doing maybe the gun first and seeing how I get on with that. Because you could make an absolute balls of it, and then it's like, right, well, I'm out the price of, the materials, the paint and everything, and I now have nothing to show for it. So it's easier to do it with a blaster first. And if I can do that, maybe, go further. But yeah, you can get exact paint codes. And when you join, like, no matter what you want to do, whether it's a TIE fighter pilot or, a Sith trooper or whatever, there will be people who will give you a bunch of different resources and stuff like.
Yeah. Okay. Very cool. I will say I have gotten many files from Galactic Armory. Their stuff is probably some of the best stuff that I've ever purchased. So
you've actually, you know the guy I'm talking about?
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, cool.
Aaron,
cool.
I think his name is. Yeah. I've done a couple helmets, some blasters, all kinds of stuff from him. So yeah, you can't
that's
go wrong.
reassuring. Yeah. One of the guys in the 501st has a short trooper, and he actually bought the files off the same guy, and he was like really enthusiastic about, like, look, I've got extra paint and stuff, I'll just send them over to you. So it is a real good community. Like, it's just uber nerds and really just nice people for the most part. So
yeah, very cool. Despite what the rest of the guys think as they fall asleep, I find it very interesting.
You need to run on music, bro. Just like the Oscars.
Letting the band talk. Asleep.
I see Eddie's head starting to nod.
Oh yeah, yeah. I'm.
That's because he's practicing.
Wow.
Oh,
wow. Jesus.
Pretty good. Pretty good.
Let's see what we got here. Eddie, you got a new. What is this?
This is a cigar case. It wasn't intentionally meant to be a new this week. I just thought it was a cool use of stickers because we all get the stickers, and for me, they just end up in a collection that I have in a case. But I thought I got this new case and it had a perfect spot for stickers. And I was like, you know what? I'm going to use some stickers. And I completely forgot I had the Quit the Show one. That one's dope. I should have put that one first because I had to like custom make it fit. I had to cut it in half and angle it. If I would have put it first, all the other logos would have fit around it. But I put
you actually like earned that sticker, right?
I know. That's why I had to use it. I was like, I have to use this one because it speaks to me. But I put some of my favorite shows that we have on there. The original, well, not the original, but the Small Talk logo when I was on Small Talk more often, and
I think that was the original.
No, well, the original was the one with what's his name on it, Damien.
Oh yeah.
But yeah, it's cool. I actually got. So this is a 3 cigar holding case by Perfect Case. And then today I got a 5, but I didn't use CW stickers. I put some Rick and Morty stuff on there.
Nice.
Because I didn't want to use up. I do kind of like to keep my CW stickers unused, like a collectible, but I wanted to use some of them. So that was cool, man. Intertwining 2 hobbies,
Yeah, I didn't know you smoke cigar as a hobby. That's cool.
Yeah. Cigars, I'm trying to get. I did a lot a couple years ago, and now I'm trying to get back into it just because it's a relaxing thing to do and it's enjoyable. And yeah.
If you like cigars, you should try crack.
Wow.
Holy
there you go.
The gateway
straight to heroin. Or smoking.
Really relaxing, man.
First.
Wow.
There you go.
The collecting. Actually, the streaming of collecting.
I picked up the Mondo Symbiote Spider-Man, and I got a good price on it. That's the shining
keep getting away with it
accomplishment. But it's tough. I knew it wasn't going to be amazing from Nick's review, Nick's Collectibles. I'm not sure if he reviewed this exact one, but he had the red one that had a bunch of issues, and I feel like mine had a lot of those same issues. But got it from a good friend, got it for a great price. It's a figure that, I kind of had some pretty strong FOMO for, like, I had the chance to order it, but I was like, nah, like I'll come back to it later, and then it sold out pretty quick. So shout out to Gare, Sweet Angel. And I'll probably just keep it like this. It's not. I was thinking it would be more along the lines of those Marvel Legends 12-inch figures, but it's a bit stiffer, and I don't know if I need to work the joints out more, but it's a little bit, hit or miss, I think. But yeah, it's a good figure. I like it, and happy to have it in the collection. Let's see, what do we have? CW Plus. Mike, what won this week for Plus? Favorite collectible purchase this year?
Correct. Yeah.
Okay, cool. So stay tuned after the show if you're a Patreoni for CW Plus. Keep it to a cool, tight 15, 20 tops. We'll talk about our favorite collectibles purchase. Also, if you want to become a YouTube channel member, you can do so by clicking that link there. You get, for 99 cents if you're a Patreon member, or $2.99 if you're not, you get the loyalty badges, chat emojis, and after a year, you get the Sapphire sticker icon sent straight to your door. Also tonight, Dean, as always, we play Did They Cosbaby, the show where we ask, and sometimes you answer, did they Cosbaby?
Yeah. Last week we completely forgot.
It's okay. That's why it's part of the game, all of the figures that we've talked about recently have released for Celebration, the 5 exclusives. I'll quickly run through each of the blogger photos I have, and then we can circle back where we want to spend our time. Darkside Anakin, which I believe sold out day one of the event. According to
Vader
Cam,
Apprentice
it was
Anakin.
15 minutes of the event.
Just so we're clear,
Yeah.
not Darkside.
Oh, okay, sure. This is the anger people felt when they didn't get one. Everyone was freaking out on the internet. And I think, it's tough, right? Because there's people that are like saying, well, the scalpers got them all. And I certainly think there are probably people that took advantage of the system, but it's thousands of dollars to get from America to Japan. So if someone's charging a little extra to offset some of that cost, I don't know. It's a very complex way to feel about it. But I believe at the event they were limiting it to 2 per person. No, I heard it was 2 per person from
that was supposed to be the limit, but it sounds like they didn't enforce it very well. So I think that's
it sounds like who you went to.
Yeah.
Like if there was 10 people work, if there's 10 tills, it sounds like you could have someone who's like a Dedra Miro and crosses every T and dots every I, and just you get 2, and then someone else you bit loose. Yeah, it's okay. Plus, if you're there with your wife or your friends or whatever.
Yeah, and it's tough, right? You're 100% right, Shane. It's tough, like you're with 4 people. That's in theory 8 plus that you could have gotten. So it's a bit tough.
That's what always happens with these limited releases, especially in person, right? There's like one line here, or people don't really know what the setup is, and one person's enforcing. It's just like it's normally a mess like this, but they don't care as long as they sell out. That's all they care about.
Cam, did you get one at the event? I know obviously you're saying that you missed out on it, but did you secure it from a scalper at the event, or did you do it online and it's waiting for you back in America? Let me know. I'm curious on how that worked. We had the Vader. I don't know what the official names are because Marco wants to be proper, but this was the sort of cell shaded Vader figure. We had the life-size Grogu with the pack. I want to say this one might have been the second or third one to sell out. We had Galen Erso, which, from what I've seen, did not actually sell out at the event. They had 1,000, and I believe they still had some stock left. And then
that's correct.
Darth Maul. Raynor, I think, got 3 of everything he was asked to get. So I don't know if that means he got 3 of everything, but basically we have a Patreon chat called Limited Edition Chat. And I believe anyone that asked him to get a figure, he was able to get 3 of those figures to fulfill those collectors that needed them. So he was able to get some, which was pretty shocking apparently. And then the Cherry Blossom Trooper. Is there any of these that you guys want to circle back on or discuss? All game.
Yeah, I feel like we've talked about them a lot for the past couple of weeks, and now that they're out, I haven't. My biggest concern was Anakin, but I haven't really seen any problems with it. But also,
Looks
how many
beautiful.
people are like have it in hand that are unboxing it instead of just waiting for someone to ship it to them? I haven't seen that many photos of it, so.
Galen not selling out to me doesn't seem crazy. Like, you're banking on either him appearing in Andor, which I guess isn't impossible. But then it's like, is he going to be in this outfit? Is he going to be wearing something completely different? Because, I guess he could be wearing this, but you're banking on it. It's obviously branded Rogue One. But it's like, he's kind of a third tier character in that movie. Doesn't really show up that much. I mean, I didn't really see a lot of hype for him.
Yeah, it's
leading
kind of
up
like
to it, and so I'm not shocked that he didn't sell out.
Yeah, it's like the perfect figure to put as an exclusive because the people that wanted it got it, and obviously the demand wasn't there, so it's not like it was a figure everybody was trying to get. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like,
and I'm also
the Vader or this.
That the print is
Anakin Vader. I know there was 2 Vaders, but like
it might be the same person.
Correct. Yeah, everybody and their mother wanted this figure. I mean,
this was the chase. It reminded me of years ago. Remember, Dean, the original Dark Side Vader? I think it was STCC. It was. I mean, it was crazy.
Or something. Yeah.
Yeah.
Didn't it end up sitting on Sideshow's site afterwards though? Like it was hot.
Yeah.
It did. Yeah. It was hot for like a few weeks, and then it took fucking forever to sell out, and then it got hot again.
But yeah, the prices of this aftermarket are like $1,500.
$1,500. Yeah.
Crazy.
Don't you guys think it's crazy that the one new figure is the one that didn't sell out, and everybody's always crying?
I don't, because it's just not an exciting character. Like if it was,
well, everybody that talked
so,
about it was like, well, every show that I was on or saw, like everybody was like, oh, I need Galen, and everybody was like lukewarm on the other stuff except for Anakin, obviously.
Yeah.
But Anakin isn't new, and the one that's out is good. It doesn't have rooted hair, but it's a good figure. And it's crazy to me that the community's not putting their money where their mouth is.
I think like Zach said, though, I think we're anticipating that he's going to show up again in Andor. It might be a cooler outfit than this. I'm not, I'm a casual. So this, like, I don't know, this look doesn't excite me. Like Zach's saying, like it just
to me
is a boring look.
I mean,
this would have done numbers
this is
if
literally
Andor
what
was out
everybody on
already.
Andor looks like. This is your show.
You're also
True.
not wrong.
True. But
This
that's why I
would have
only
done
want Andor and
numbers
Vix.
if Andor was out already and he was in this outfit in that show. There's no way
Also,
to know, right?
I feel like Galen's just not that exciting of a character. Like, I mean, even if you look at Tarkin, which is basically the same, a guy in an Imperial suit, that's a figure to go crazy over. Tarkin's fucking cool. Tarkin has shelf presence. He's like a icon of film,
And a lot more backstory on Clone Wars too for those that have.
Yeah, and so like
Those kids out there that watch that.
it's like, does this look boring? Sure, but Tarkin, I would argue, is just as boring, and that's an infinitely cooler character and figure to have. Yeah, it's just like I said, I think it's the perfect exclusive. It's just like, there's not a lot of them out there. The people that really wanted it got it, and there's a few more floating around, and
If you're out there and you have a Rogue One collection, and you have all the Rogue One figures that they released because Rogue One is your movie, and then you see this coming out, you're gonna try and get this, like, you know what I mean? But I do think it's probably the right type of exclusive as well, because it's just a basic outfit and stuff like that. But the guy did engineer the Death Star, so I think if you are the Hot Toys collector who has all the Rogue Ones and you're waiting for an Andor, then you're kind of eating good the last month, because you've an opportunity to get this, and then you've got your Andor as well. I think it's for that kind of hardcore Rogue One completionist.
No, that's a good point, Shane.
And two
And
people,
Do you know if
three people
Sorry, go ahead,
actually
Marco.
told me that on, I think it was day 2 or maybe day 3, that he still wasn't sold out, and I think there's only 1,500. So I think it will sell out.
Yeah.
They're €600 on some sites now, and
God damn.
yeah,
Once it goes up on Sideshow and such, it'll for sure sell out.
Yeah. If that being said, if I was at Star Wars Japan and I wanted to get a memento, I wouldn't go for, say, this Maul or the Vader or whatever. It'd be the one that actually was canon and not a concept or a repaint. It probably would have been the Galen just going, that's what I got in Japan. But like, I'm not going to go out and get it because I don't have Rogue One collection. But
I think in terms of, go ahead, Mike, and then I'll jump in.
No, I was actually just to say, honestly, credit to Eddie. I think he was dead on. Aside from the Anakin or, Sith Apprentice, whatever you want to call him, Galen was the only one that I think anybody seemed to get excited about. Nobody wanted them all. It's kind of maybe lukewarm on the Trooper. Nobody cared about the Grogu. And, I don't know what the edition sizes for all of them, but yeah, I agree. I think the fact that Galen is, potentially still available, to Eddie's point, collectors were hyped about it and don't really seem to be putting, the money where their mouth is, or is that the saying? Their mouth where their money is? Whatever. That's a little Ben Thomas for you. Whatever the saying is.
They're not putting their nuts where their mouth is, what you're trying to say.
Yeah. Holy shit.
Whatever you
That's
do.
That's what you're trying to say. Yeah.
But Zach, the reason I was harping on the Vader Apprentice, because I am really convinced, and I don't want to retread stuff we talked about before, but here I'm going to be like Mike and then go off the rails anyways. I'm really convinced that they're going to do a proper dark side Anakin Artisan, right? They're like, this is the special one. It's kind of like a concept, and then they're going to give us...
Yeah. It almost looks like the flashback from Ahsoka, and I talked about that in the groups the day after, because it's like, he never had the red saber in the movies, and obviously Hayden Christensen is visibly older in the flashbacks, but obviously that's because he's aged 20 years, right? Like, in a perfect world, he would be basically this figure in the red saber flashback. So, I think you're 100% correct. I think we're going to get that at some point.
Does anybody know?
Like, if you look to the future, sorry, Eddie, just really quick. If you look to the future in terms of if you bought it for $1,500 and then they drop a proper dark side Anakin, how does the value on this one hold up? Does the market tank, or because it was an exclusive, then it's still, I don't know. Those things are really tough. That's why it's really challenging to chase backwards like that.
Well, it came with that exclusive slipcover, though, Marco. So
great.
That's where
it's just a small number as well,
the fucking box.
It's such a small number as well. People are going to hang on to it. But like,
you're right, they should hold that.
Didn't they put up that sizzle reel, that little video with their new licenses and stuff like that? And one of the licenses was Revenge of the Sith 20th anniversary, but they haven't done anything for that. That could be when they just go, here's your dark side Anakin, whether it's
just
Artisan, limited, or sculpted, open the floodgates and everyone can get one. I think surely that's the obvious choice for Revenge of the Sith 20th, no?
It is, which is exactly why it's not what Hot Toys will do.
But if you think about it, Mike, right?
They'll give you Senator Jar Jar or some shit like that.
Think about this, though, right?
They're already doing that.
Like we've seen there was no difference really between the photos we're looking at now and the photos we saw of the announcements a week ago, because these were ready-made, ready to go. Figures. Yeah, so they when they came out with the light side Artisan with the closed mouth, they were obviously working on the dark side one because it has a slightly open mouth, the one that they're now calling Darth Vader. So they're ready to go. So they're like, you know what? We can throw a red lightsaber on this, a 3D printed base, and get another, 1,500 sales, whatever. But we're actually using this one for the inevitable dark side Anakin. It's going to be the same sculpt with the open mouth, I would imagine.
Yeah.
You guys know how much the Anakin was at Celebration?
I don't have the numbers.
65,000 yen. I noticed actually it was 400. I think it was around €400, maybe just over $425. I think it was 65,000 yen.
65,000 yen was the price.
Yeah, which is whatever. I think I have that right.
This is like just rumors, but people are saying that there might be a quantity of 500 available overseas, and then approximately 500 at Sideshow to, equate to the full run for that Anakin. I don't know about the other figures.
Can I really quickly give my PSA of don't be that guy? When we all eventually miss out, you're not going to benefit yourself or anyone else by going to the groups and complaining that you missed out, because the odds are not in our favor. So shit, that's what happens with exclusives. I'm already annoyed about it, but don't make a post about it. Just shut the fuck up, please.
Wow.
Grayson says it's about $460 US.
It's kind of right now.
Marco, you kind of want to make me set up a fake burner
Right?
Facebook and just whinge about fucking everything, like
anonymous.
Yeah.
What would your burner be? That Irish fuck, probably.
Wow.
I think it'd be like something like "Go fuck yourself, Marco," or something really subtle.
Marco's a cuck, 59.
Yeah, that's exactly it.
You don't want to be accused of having a burner, I'll tell you that much, America. Let's see. We had... Where's this unboxing at? But the Hono... There was a first look of the Magneto figure. Here we go. Toys Assemble has it on YouTube. Yeah, people are starting to get this in hand already. You know, I think it looks pretty good. I missed out on the Sideshow one. I've been regretting it for years, and obviously this isn't the same thing, but this may have to come home at some point. I like it a lot.
This is the Hono?
This is the Hono, yeah. You impressed?
Wow.
Or what do you think?
It looks pretty good. I mean,
that's what I'm saying, bro.
The cape is like 2-ply. I thought maybe it'd
my
be
favorite
like,
kind of ply.
2-ply is a wild way to describe it.
No, that's how you describe fabric.
The only ply.
Okay.
Yeah.
Toilet paper.
I thought you call it double lined.
You might actually be right. I'm gonna give you a point for that because I'm not certain, but that feels right to me.
Yeah, I figured, it's a cheaper figure, just put on. I mean, we've seen Vader capes that are like 1-ply, you know what I mean?
Fucking wongos.
So, the suit, the fabric has like little designs in it. Like the neck piece is textured. Like it's a really nice figure. I'm pleasantly surprised at the quality of this.
Can anybody else see his dick outline?
Yeah.
I think that's important though. It shows
It's a feature, not a
character.
bug.
Yeah.
If I had a dick outline, I'd be showing it off
Showing it
everywhere.
off? The gray sweatpants?
Oh yeah, dude, and I'd be wearing white
Be
sweatpants.
doing the dick slang, dude.
Dang.
I mean, we know
Like
he's
Ben
circumcised,
Thomas.
right?
Wow,
Yeah.
that's good.
Well,
Oh, that's
wow,
good.
that
That's-
was pretty good. I can't
That's
even.
pretty good, Mike. That's. I don't think we're gonna top that one.
Really quickly on this, though, just trying to forecast in the future. Ian McKellen's coming back to play Magneto. You know they're going to put him in this like comic accurate suit, I would assume. And then does this one like still hold value in people's collection? Because that's going to be the one you want. Because I don't. I like to be
Possibly,
miserable.
but and I say this praying to the old gods and the new, or just the only God, whichever you believe. But
Wow.
they gotta start getting on these fucking projects with Ian McKellen, man. That
Oh,
dude
he's-
is very old, and
I hope he's already filmed the scenes. To be honest,
Dude, the day that happens,
I think
dude,
they're
I'm gonna
doing it
be.
right now.
We might cancel the show.
Whoa.
I don't know if I could do it.
hopefully
Dude,
him,
they got him
Patrick,
in.
and the Pope have-
They got him in fucking Lord of the Rings. They got him in fucking X-Men. They got him in fucking. They got him on plays, bro. They got.
Hopefully he's got no trips to the White House planned. That's what I
Jesus
hope.
Christ! One look at JD and just straight to it.
Also, I think you're supposed to
Anyways.
say sir since he was knighted. By
You are
us.
correct, Sir Ian McKellen.
Good
Sorry
call,
about
Eddie.
that. Good call. Another point for Eduardo.
Wow.
Let's see here.
Oh,
Eddie,
also, just to
uh,
answer that
Sean's-
question,
To Sean's point in the chat, give me the
Okay.
Fassbender
The
in
fuck?
this outfit, man.
what the hell was
That would
that?
be sick.
that'd be sweet.
What were you saying,
But
Dan?
to answer Mike's
Yeah.
question, if you're
Did I have a
getting this, you said would you rather just get
Marco's
Ian McKellen?
question.
Sir Ian McKellen, sorry.
Marco's question.
Oh, that was Marco's question?
Yeah.
Fucking bastard.
It was a good question. It was mine. If it's trash, it was Marco.
I could have sworn it was Mike that asked that.
Well, because you're used to Mike stealing people's ideas and copying.
I'd like
Oh
to.
my
Pretty
Lord.
good. I'd like to throw the challenge flag, please.
Was it Marco's
No, we're
question?
accepting it. I'm saying it was your question.
I just feel like if you're getting this, it's specifically like comic Magneto. Like you're
Yeah.
not expecting this to be something it's not. So if you really want an Ian McKellen one, like you're getting that too. Like I don't think you've really got to pick and choose Magnetos. At least in that instance.
Michael Fassbender's a really good Magneto too, though.
Yeah.
He is so good in Days of Future Past. Dude.
Michael
Holy
fucking Fassbender
fuck.
is
Actually
fucking
all the
amazing in
movies.
everything he's in.
That's true.
That is
Yeah,
true.
I watched the Assassin's Creed movie last week, and I was like,
I hate
if
that
it wasn't
movie.
Michael Fassbender, I really wouldn't give a shit. But
Yeah.
he's so good. I love Michael Fassbender.
I haven't seen that movie.
It's
I've
not
seen that movie at
great,
all.
but it's not like the worst thing I've ever seen.
There you go.
Where's Thor?
Just like the show.
Jesus.
Yeah, where's Thor?
You're not wrong, Eddie.
They haven't even put him up for pre-order, right?
No.
No. Before we get into this,
Jesus
I'll say on that
Christ.
Magneto, I think it looks amazing, but every picture has him floating, and there's no fucking flight stand with this figure. So
Yeah,
that's
that's crazy
dumb.
work.
That's true. Very true. You're gonna have to print one.
Crazy work.
There you go. Visit Mike's Wonderland.
There you
It's
go.
not even what it's called.
What is
Where-
it?
He mixed the two. It's only getting worse for Zach.
Mike's Adventure.
I know.
World.
I know. What the hell, bro?
Well, let's be honest. Zach's gonna design it. And Mike's
it's
gonna take it
working.
and print it.
Yeah.
Each time when I come here, I am abused.
I hate you guys. I hate all you guys. Dean doesn't answer my messages. I'm worried sick about him all fucking week.
Motherfucker, call me.
Okay,
You're
I
that worried.
vividly
You're that
remember
worried,
that you
call
once
me.
told me never to call you.
That is true.
You said you
That
only want
I-
to be messaged.
Yep. I can attest to that one.
Okay, well, if it's been days, you have my permission to call me.
Motherfucker, the
I-
phone
do
works
a-
both
I
ways.
legit,
Fucking
dude. I
welfare
swear
check,
to
man.
God, I have just been chilling because of my foot.
Is it really?
I don't know why I didn't see any.
Yeah, he was answering every message but mine, dude. I was like, damn, did he hate me, bro? Has Will turned him against me? You know, what's happening, bro?
Jesus.
What's happening, bro?
No, don't drag Will into this, poor guy.
Okay, fucking guy. Anyways, we have a Scarecrow 2.0 with a Killian,
Good man. Yeah.
Killian
boy.
Murphy. We had a long lecture by Shane about this. Killian Murphy.
That was very short. Very short. Very short.
That felt
He's been
stern,
practicing
though.
all week.
Killian Murphy.
I'm
Honestly, they kind of fucking killed it. This figure's crazy. You
I
get
thought
two
you were
different
going the other way.
masks. No, I'm really happy with this. They get two different masks. You get an amazing Killian Murphy head sculpt, and then you get the third like mask accessory, which I think is really crucial. I think like if you're doing a figure that has the potential to have a mask like this, right? You should always have the cowl or the mask. You gotta have it. I don't fucking understand why you wouldn't have it. I love this. I think the effects is tough because like I don't. It's a lose-lose. Like you can't not put it in because it's like the whole thing of the character is the effect. I don't think it looks good. I also don't know how it could look better. I think like it's just one of those things
rooted.
that honestly, I don't know.
Rooted smoke.
But you get a lot of stuff, man. You get the flashlight, you get the lighter, you get the briefcase. I mean, the full Monty. This is a good fucking figure.
This figure is so
Crazy
good. This is coming from me. Again, I don't like these movies.
Huge
But this
Dark Knight
figure-
fan.
This figure is so good.
Very black.
I would argue you need two of them. Because,
Wow.
like, the Scarecrow aspect with the mask, it's like, yeah, it's cool. It's kind of creepy. But, like, Cillian Murphy's face really brings this character to life. So you almost have to have both on display. Like, because Cillian Murphy, when he wants to look like a creepy little wormy dude, he nails it. And I feel like that's most of this character is how fucking weird and kind of freaky.
I
he is.
genuinely thought Dean was gonna go. I feel like that's most of the Irish. Opportunity missed, man. Opportunity missed.
Is he Irish? I didn't know that.
Yeah, he's
I-
Irish. He's
okay.
Irish.
Yeah, he's so great. Like everything he's in, he fucking kills it. So, like, man, like, because like Zach said, like the cowl is so important. Like, you have to have it, but it also like, look how good that head sculpt is, and again, this is a prototype, so we'll see how it actually turns out. But like, if it's this good when it comes out, like, damn, it'd be a shame not to have that on display. So that's coming from me.
Yeah, so this one could have gone a few ways, right? We could have just not gotten a Scarecrow 2.0. We could have seen like reuse of the final suit, right? Which I'm not a huge fan of, actually. Like, I don't love that final look. I think he's way scarier like this, where he's just a guy in the suit with a mask. I think that's way cooler. So I think we talked about for a while on a few different shows about this would be the version that I'd want, and give me the briefcase, give me, multiple head sculpts, make sure you give us that Cillian Murphy head sculpt. And it just comes with everything that you could possibly want. Like, this is just as big of a no-brainer as possible. I think $280 as well, so really solid price. Yeah, no complaints. I think the only other thing is I'd love to see a Two-Face 3.0 at this point, because they're kind of going down the line. A Ra's al Ghul would be great. Maybe that Batman Begins, take another stab at it. But, people are sick of this trilogy, but I say more of it, right? Like, just, if you're already on a roll, keep going and give us more of these 2.0s or figures that you haven't given us from the line. So I think really, really nice release.
I was surprised. My brother messaged me real quick and he was like, dude, I need this. And I was like, he collects Batman, but he doesn't get the villains unless the only villain I think he has is Joker. He has the new Hot Toys Joker, and not the sculpted one. But that's how good it is. My brother was like, dude, I need this one. And I was saying this on another stream, but I would like to use the Cillian head sculpt, and I feel like you have to use the Scarecrow one. So I'd need like a second body or something. And I was thinking the Judge body might be cool if someone made the Judge outfit from Rises.
I wonder if
he could be the Judge.
Topo does a set with this, right? It feels like naturally a lot of people are going to have the extra head sculpts.
You could just get a suit too, right? Like, does that have to be the perfect suit? I don't know. But Topo's on it with everything, like the second something gets announced, it's like they're ready to go. So
they'll do something with the straitjacket, I bet you.
But yeah, I really do like this figure a lot. Like, the head sculpt is insane. Even the Scarecrow mask is insane with all the details, and with the maggot one, and like, it's crazy, dude. It's sick. Definitely a good release. So, and didn't somebody call this for summer figure?
It was last year, I think.
Oh, yeah. Okay. And Eddie, really quickly before the nerds come after us, it's an announcement, not a release. And I know I said release too, so correct both of us there. Bad. Announcement. Sorry, y'all.
Appreciate that.
Yeah, I'm really excited about this announcement. I'm a big Cillian fan, so this is great. And I've really been trying to, I guess, refocus my collection and not buy every hot new thing that comes out, and try to focus on the things that actually mean something to me. And even though I'm not a big fan of Christian Bale's Batmans in this trilogy, I absolutely love everything about these trilogies besides him. So very excited to get this. Marco, you had mentioned prototype, potential downgrades on the sculpt, which is always possible, but if they nail everything else that we're seeing here, like the tailoring, the look of the tie, everything else there, I think it's an absolute win. The only disappointing part of this to me is actually thinking about some of the characters from this trilogy that they haven't put this much attention to, right? Like, they just did that Catwoman, and it's absolute garbage, right? They still haven't done a good Begin suit. So maybe they're refocusing. Maybe we'll see more of those. Like you said, the 3.0 on Two-Face, would be great. But after what they did with Bane and now this, I mean, they're killing it. So yeah, this is exciting. It's definitely coming home for me. What do you think, Shane?
I'm glad to see that this figure is getting such kind of positive feedback and the kind of credit I think it deserves. What I find interesting is the Bane 2.0 was like I think a textbook example of how to do a 2.0, how to improve it. I think this is probably in that vein as well, because you're getting 3 different head sculpts. You're getting a very, very good Cillian Murphy head sculpt that didn't come out before. Little tiny accessories like the glasses, the torch, the briefcase. He has a wristwatch. The dispenser for the fear toxin on his right wrist and the dispenser, the device on his right hip. This is a good example of doing a 2.0, but yet they do a Catwoman which didn't quite hit the mark, and they have yet to do that Batman Begins properly. I find that interesting and a bit disappointing, but yeah, this is coming home 280 for everything that comes with. Like, the Dark Knight trilogy is my favorite trilogy, so this is always going to come home. Plus, it's nice that he's one of our own as well, Oscar winner as well and all that. So it's just kind of a little bit of, not that that makes that big a difference, but it is kind of a nice little bit of icing on the cake as well. Like, you know, so yeah, from everything from the tailoring to the accessories, this could have been a figure that would come with nothing. But they've done a good job, like I said, of including all those things, like the different scopes, the separate rolling eyeballs function, the effects, whether you're going to use them or not. The tailoring, I think, is quite good. I really actually, the way the tie sits, it's a minor little thing, but I think the visitor badge, like the way the tie sits, I actually quite like, and the texture on it. So yeah, this is really happy this was announced, and this is definitely going to be ordered. I would kind of counter the whole needing two of them. I think everyone is stuck for space. Like the enemies of the collector are space and the paycheck, but you're only like 2 weeks or a month away from your next paycheck, but your space is pretty much set in stone unless you go and move into a bigger place or whatever. So like getting to them, I get what people wanted. They want the clean version, the version with the head sculpt, and then they want the version with the mask. I totally get that. I personally wouldn't do it because it gives you a chance to engage your collection, and you can display them maybe sometimes with the Cillian Murphy head sculpt and the glasses, holding the suitcase and holding the mask, and then other times you could display him with the Scarecrow mask and the burlap sack and dispersing the fear toxin, and you get to take those accessories out of the box because that's pretty much where they're going to end up and engage in your collection, repose and keep things fresh, and not have to spend another 280 and not have to dedicate another space in the collection for it. So I'll personally only be getting one. Yeah.
That was a hard ass fucking line, Sheen. That was good. That was real good, bro. I liked it.
I try.
If you don't get one, you can't be Irish anymore. I heard that's what the.
That is true, man. That is true.
He said good job, but he didn't give you a point. You really do hate to see it.
It's all right.
Well,
I know I'm here. That's okay. That's okay, Zach. I know I'm
gonna press
here
the
more
button
than
now.
Marco lately, but you don't have to give me points because I only appear maybe 2 or 3 times a year.
Just take Marco's points.
There we go. Let's put them on the board here.
You can cash them
I'm gonna
out.
give you 3 points. There we
Damn,
go.
3 points? Let's not be crazy.
Dude, that was a hard line. That was a crazy. That was the craziest thing.
Gold coins,
bro. That line needs to be on a poster, bro. You're
Where's
2
the
weeks away from your next
challenge flag
paycheck,
now?
but you're fucking. That's crazy, bro. That's a hard ass line,
Find his
So
space is
resonated
the
to
enemy.
Zach.
Space is the enemy.
That's right.
dude. That was like a speech he just gave, dude.
He was just about to hit checkout on another watch, and he's like, maybe I shouldn't. Maybe I should just hold off.
No, dude. Dude, I'm trying.
Maybe
I
a space on his
tried
wrist.
to buy a watch this week for my dad's birthday, and this guy fucking wouldn't lower the price. He didn't want to meet up, and he only wanted cash. I'm like, dude, you gotta like give me at least one of those 3, bro. Like either meet me, take PayPal or Cash App or Venmo, or fucking lower the price. I'm not driving to you paying exactly how you want.
How did this go
Fucking-
from points to your dad's fucking watch?
Jesus.
Well, Eddie, when. Never mind. That's too low. That's too low. That's too low. That's too low. That's too low.
Don't pull punches here. This
Ugly.
isn't
Eddie, some of us
Monday.
have dads, Eddie.
Oh my god! That's
I'm sorry.
grounds for a smack.
He does pull it
I'm
back.
sorry.
'Cause
I'm
he-
sorry.
I thought you were gonna be, seeing one dead Latino right here.
That was too much. I'm
Wow.
sorry. That was too much.
I deserve that.
Well, hang on. To be clear,
Zach's like, I'm gonna say it.
I don't care if you break your elbow. I want to be very clear. The reason why Shane got 3 points is because the dollar is so weak, and I think the Irish currency is surging. To be clear, the points, it was 1-to-3 ratio right now.
Wow.
Wow,
That was Eddie. I want you to know that was in jest. I did not mean that at all.
I respect it. It was amazing.
speaking of Eddie, the Monkey DeLuffy portrait. Is he supposed to be a Chicano? What happened, bro?
Wow.
Is this one of us?
Yeah, he is one of us. Yeah.
Hell yeah, dude.
He's one of us? Crazy.
Wow.
Okay,
not
Mike, you
you,
can't
Mark.
say us.
Yeah, what the
Us
hell?
us might be a bit strong of a word there. Mike.
And he also can't say he's one of those.
I didn't
Or
say
one of
it.
them.
Definitely
he's
didn't
one
say
of-
that.
He's one of them. Yeah.
Wow.
Can't say that either. Very limited in responses.
Yeah, you know, I mean,
It's
call
an
me
update.
crazy, but I like the new one. I like the old one better.
Me too.
It's a lot softer, so I feel like it's
Yeah, what are we doing here? This or that? I like that. I like the old one. I like the old one better, bro.
I feel like the likeness is better with the new
You went from
one.
looking like Maradona to looking like Eddie.
You think
bro.
so? No way. Wow. That's worse.
Yeah, I will say I
Way
don't like
worse.
the hair. I think the hair looks terrible.
It looks so good in the beginning. Like
Yeah.
he's got the Andor, like that thick sculpting. Like I really don't like it.
Yeah.
To be clear, I don't care about this figure at all. I might be totally wrong that this is worse, but to me, I like the old.
I think it's
portrait
worse.
better. A lot of people are complaining though about the arms being jointed, but
It comes
I
with swap
believe
out arms.
it comes with swap out arms that are like different whatevers. And I feel like if it was a solid body, you wouldn't. I don't know. I feel like that's so weird. I don't know.
Well, he doesn't need
I-
he doesn't need elbow joints though. He could just have shoulder because the arms.
Oh,
don't they
I see what you're
swap
saying.
at the
Like seamless
shoulder?
from the shoulder down, like
Yeah.
Thor. Okay, yeah, okay, I get what you're saying. I mean, but you're still gonna have a joint at the hand, right? So it's like, I mean,
Yeah.
you're not really eliminating the appearance of joints when he has a big ass joint at the hand. It's not like he has wristbands or, something to cover it.
Yeah, I don't remember if the swap outs are from the elbow down or from the shoulder down. So
We could just Google it. Let's see.
I think they're from the shoulder down.
I don't remember. But
this
anyway,
Cosbaby?
yeah, I think the new
Jesus, we
face
totally
sculpt
forgot about that.
is a lot more. Oh shit! God damn it. I feel like
Oh, it is from the arm, Eddie.
Really?
the shoulder or the elbow.
Oh, sorry. Hang on. Let me.
I feel like that wouldn't have enough.
Okay, maybe the new portrait might be better. I actually don't know anymore.
It's stronger.
Looks
I
like it's
feel-
from the shoulder rather.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, the elbow wouldn't have the integrity to hold up.
That, yeah. That's a great point. I'm gonna give you a point.
You're
for
right.
that,
You're
too.
right. Yeah, I think the new
I'm rich.
the new sculpt is a lot stronger.
Give his point to Shane.
No
What
way!
should we do
That
with these
look at
points,
that. That's the old sculpt, right? That looks just like it.
Yeah,
the new
yeah,
sculpt
that's the
scares
old-
me.
Yeah, that looks.
I don't want handouts either. I can earn my own points.
You're not gonna earn them saying them that way.
Wow!
Oh man, all right.
That's
What the?
Emotional, damn it!
Yeah,
Actually, to be honest,
Crazy.
to be honest,
hateful.
if you can actually offend me,
Stop
if you can
Irish
off-
hate, bro.
If you can,
That's
if you-
crazy.
the thing about if you can offend me, you're doing fucking well, man. Like, no snowflakes around here.
Stop Irish hate, bro. That's crazy. That was way too good, Eddie. How long did you practice that? And you had the Irish hat and everything, dude.
About one can ago.
Yeah, you got the.
I actually didn't realize
which
which one of you guys say because you all sound the same.
Wow.
Gloves are off now. Gloves are off now, man. What did you expect?
Go ahead. What do we sound like? What do we sound like?
No, too far. That's on the internet forever, man. I know my name.
motherfucker, do you speak it? Yes.
I miss Ben.
Oh man.
I can't believe we
Just,
all sound the same. God
I think
damn.
it's around time to announce the sponsor of today's show. It seemed like the appropriate beer to drink because
Yeah.
Wow.
Shout out Rosetta Stone. No, I'm just kidding.
Shout out Olo.
Yeah. Oh,
Jeez.
Let's move on. We have the Jazzing Dioramas update. This is an interesting. I don't have the photo of it, but in one of the, it was an anonymous group member that said he liked the original updated prototype the best. I know this would be better if I had the photo, but it's the one that we showed a few weeks ago with the cape pulled back. And Yost was saying that he's had so much good feedback from both this more animation accurate prototype as well as that second one that he actually may do a semi-realistic and then a animation accurate version. He's kind of exploring the options, which I'm not the target customer for this. I don't think that this looks better than the updated first prototype. So I'm glad that he's giving people both options, and it seemed like a pretty popular decision from that post. So yeah, it looks like you'll potentially have the option to match whatever Batman you want with the Batmobile. I think the interesting thing, or the most difficult thing perhaps, might be getting both of them to fit similarly in the Batmobile. I think that's going to be...
I like watching Zach's cursor outline figures and stuff on the while he's talking.
Yeah.
That's my favorite thing.
It's like I'm talking with my hands, but it's my little clicker. Anyways, let's...
Does the face... Do people
puffy.
like the face? Because
I believe
accurate,
so.
honestly.
Really? Does he look old like that?
His face looks kind of strange in the animation. He's
just
got like a
this.
massive... I mean, he's got a chin like me, dude. He's got fucking... He's all chin, dude.
Yeah, I don't know. He looks... To me, it looks more like Adam... What's his... The original...
Adam West?
Yeah, he looks like Adam West to me.
Just a complete aside, has nothing to do with this, but fucking Spider-Man versus Predator comes out tomorrow. I'm so fucking excited. Issue 1, bro. So excited.
You read comics still?
Bro.
I'll read that fucking comic.
Zach, did you read Sonic DC crossover? I sent you the...
No, I need to see if they have it at my... It's a whole thing, right? Like, it's not just one book?
Correct. The second issue, I think, came out this week.
But
I sent you like the link with like the digital. You could like read it.
Oh, I didn't scroll through. I was just looking at the Batman to try to find one that fit your, like, what you needed. Is it pretty good?
Yeah, it's pretty cool. Dude, Shadow
sound like
fucking
some of the-
mollywops Darkseid, dude.
These sound like some of the worst crossovers I've ever fucking heard, if I'm being honest. Like, we're out of ideas at this point.
Okay, Marco.
Bro, we've been out of ideas since like the 90s. What are you talking about?
It's true. It's true.
That's why there's like 10,000 Marvel and DC universes. It's like, oh, Batman's a samurai in this one, guys. Remember last week when he was a detective in the 1920s? Well, now he's a fucking future guy that flies in space. Space
It's like when
Goblin.
CW starts talking about watches. We're out of ideas.
That's right.
Okay,
Mike,
Oh
you
my
shut your
okay, you
whore
fucking
mouth.
son of a bitch, Mike. We're cutting the Mike's Wonderland plug ASAP. Saruman Crown by Asmus. You know, I will be honest. 2 years ago, me would have been really excited for this. I think it's too late, bro. It's you know, obviously if InArt does this years down the line.
Yeah.
And they've
They're
never
not
even
gonna do
hinted
that.
they never hinted that they're gonna do it, to be clear. But it's like, why am I gonna spend like $350, $400 on this if there's even a chance, right? I don't need a Saruman. I don't need it.
Even if InArt put it up for sale today, you wouldn't buy it.
I personally wouldn't buy it, but I'm saying as the general
Correct.
collector. Yeah.
Yeah.
No, you're correct. I have no interest in Saruman. I
Look at that base.
don't really... I don't like his character, to be honest. I think he's a fool. Christopher Lee is great.
The silly.
That was pretty good.
Fly, you fools. The base is really cool, though. It doubles as the balcony for the Tower of Orthanc on one side, and then the other side is the Palantir. So, I mean, it's cool. Don't get me wrong. You know, to be clear, I think it's a really cool figure. I think the price is going to be pretty competitive. I don't know the price if it's posted yet, but I'd probably imagine $350, $400.
It was $395, Zach.
Oh, okay, perfect. Yeah. Yeah, so that's not... Yeah, it is $395. That's not too bad. This one's coming out July... Wow, July this year to December of this year, which is pretty fast. And I want to be very clear. The routing on the Gandalfs that I have never experienced what people are saying that they're experiencing with the Hot Toys, where you got like whole chunks peeling up, or weird dandruff. And I really like washed a lot of the product out and combed it, and I had some pretty good luck with those portraits. So if this is anything like the quality of the Gandalfs that I've owned 4 of their rooted Gandalf sculpts. It's pretty solid rooting, honestly. It's not in art quality, but it's a good quality. I think the eyes are going to be a big thing. How inset into the portrait that they are.
Now, let me ask you this. Because your Lord of the Rings collection is pretty much all Gandalf.
That's part of why I'm not interested in this.
Yeah, you don't have like a Frodo or a Sam or a Aragorn.
If I had a Frodo, that would be the only character. Because I want to sit him next to my cart Gandalf.
You
So,
just
like-
completely reminded me. Sorry, Dean. The two of you guys just completely reminded me of those kind of mock-ups of the fact that in art we're allegedly going to be doing the Frodo and Sam. Do you remember that?
Yeah.
When they weren't
Yeah.
actually figures, they were just like, I know.
Renders, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Way back when.
But like, if you got this figure,
Uh-huh.
like let's just say it was a gift,
Uh-huh.
would it be like a reluctant, like, oh, I guess I have it, so let me put it in my collection, or like, would you still like it? You just don't want to spend your money on
No,
it.
to be clear, Asmus, my guy, look at me. If you want to send me it, I will be very happy and I will probably display it. I'm just not spending $400.
Here we go.
So,
He'll have it.
Mike, it's crazy that you said watches. I'm trying to, can I have it on a watch with a watch company, and they're considering. So,
Oh my god.
we shall see.
Zach, just
We
find
need to
something
riot.
wrong with it, and then let them know that something's wrong with it, and you will get it for free.
Looks pretty good.
There's nothing wrong.
And I don't know the costume like I know Gandalf's costume, but I mean the display being a double-sided is like, it seems so obvious, but I'm like, damn, why haven't more companies done that? That's amazing.
Oh,
Eddie,
that's
is that how we
cool.
ended up with you as a friend?
Wow.
Wow.
Because it's Two-Faced?
Okay.
Wow.
Wow.
Oh, come on.
What?
Wait, yeah.
Who are you offending, me or Zach?
No, you.
I don't know.
Is this because of the cat?
Because you said
Rip,
just
bro,
tell
rip.
him there's something wrong with it, you'll get it free, and I said, is that how he ended up with you as a
Jesus.
friend?
No.
That's a good one. Come
Dean's
on,
was
man.
way worse.
No, I
Way worse.
talking about
Came for the throat.
Why are we like this to each other, bro? On Holy Week, no less.
I take
because
it
it's
back.
Eddie.
fun.
I take
Eddie,
it
you do
back.
realize, like, I don't know, is it an Irish thing or just the lads thing, but like, if you're not slagging your friends, you don't actually like them.
It's true.
That's true.
It's like a gauge. It's a weird fucked up thing. The more shit you give your friends, the more you actually respect them.
I gotta stop.
To be
never say nice
fair-
things.
Mike.
To be fair,
Wow.
I thought he was referring to Zach, and that's why I said it. But
Jesus.
First off,
No,
I'm
it
not
was the opposite.
two-faced. I tell you exactly where you stand with me,
That's
to
true.
be clear.
I feel like me and Zach both do that.
Yeah.
Yeah, Eddie, you're pretty much a shoot straight talker anyway. Definitely.
I take it back. I like the way you say Arn.
Jesus Christ.
I think so I've seen Zach's Crown Gandalf in person. That's the only time I've seen it in any
The white
Asmus in
one?
person. Yeah. And
It's
I
pretty
think it
good,
was
dude.
pretty good. Actually, before InArt had mentioned that they were gonna do theirs, I was considering getting that one because I saw a couple of people I knew were selling them for a good price, and I was considering it because that's the Gandalf that I want. And I think the way that Sauron is in the show, like, he has really straight hair, and like it almost looks fake the way like he keeps it so straight and everything. So like I feel like that helps Asmus. That helps like the way Asmus does their rooting. I feel like it would work really well for them. The only thing, the likeness on the bottom picture and then the one on the right, I don't see it 100%, but on the left where he's kind of angled, looks really good to me.
That's
So
yeah, he's almost
It looks like Christian
not
Bale.
Gaunt enough.
yeah, it does look like Christian Bale.
like
That's
Hobbit,
wild.
maybe, like
It
where he's a
does.
little quote unquote
Holy
younger.
shit, that's crazy. Like the
That's
mechanic.
Christian Bale, bro.
Is it the
Yeah.
mechanic? Where he's like super skinny, but
Yeah.
yeah,
Machinist, I think.
Machinist.
Oh, machinist, yeah.
Trevor Resnick.
Yeah. But I could see myself getting this. I wouldn't pre-order it.
I will say this also. I know this is going to sound crazy, but at OxCon, we had like 30 people at my house for a barbecue. and I had the Crown Gandalf side by side and the same lighting, Gandalf the White, to the Viper Gandalf the White, and I actually don't think a single person said they liked the Viper, just the sculpt itself, better. Everyone was like, dude, the Crown Gandalf the White is much better. And that was actually super shocking for 30 collectors, completely unprompted, just to be like, dude, I like that much better. It's a really good figure. I have no doubts this is going to be amazing. I just don't want to spend, like Mike said, I'm fucking collecting watches, trying to buy a Rolex. I don't have fucking $400 for this right now, right?
Jeez.
It's not possible. But
yeah.
Anyways, let's get into something I do want to buy. The Topo Bully Maguire.
This is amazing.
It doesn't come with a diorama, right? This is just for the photos, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just the suit.
Yeah, let me...
Does it come with that head?
No.
No, I think that's the Hot Toys head.
Yeah, it comes with
no,
the
he
body.
doesn't smirk like that on the Hot Toys.
No, he doesn't.
No shit, is that a different head?
I don't think they advertised. I could be wrong, but I didn't think they advertised it with the head.
Because that's an amazing. Why am I blanking on the name of it? That's an amazing
Tobey Maguire?
head sculpt. That's not what I was thinking, but
oh shit, it is a whole nother sculpt. I'm trying to find. Do we know the price on this? Let me see if I can find it.
Marco's
I really
like
love
the
it
exclusive
when
Topo guy. So
I really love it when companies augment Hot Toys products rather than trying to work against them. I think it's just, I think it just makes a lot of sense. Here we go. This one is, god damn, their site is running slow right now.
Because he doesn't want Americans on his site.
That actually
For 2
might be
weeks.
it. $113 total.
that's
the
a
head
great
sculpt
price.
does not come with it.
Head sculpt is not included. I'm wondering what portrait that it is, though. Huh. It looks good. I would buy that,
Yeah,
dude,
it looks.
honestly.
And the left is a Marco pose. It looks good in a Marco pose.
Wow.
It's a great pose. Come on.
There you go. Let's see. Just a quick update for On Your Bumper. We talked about the Bricks and Minifig situation last week. I did talk to Brian on Wednesday. He said that he appreciated us covering the whole topic. He said that he actually did appreciate, Eddie and Dean and everyone kind of, I don't want to say playing devil's advocate, but also kind of like casting doubt, like, why didn't they do this or why didn't they do this? And hoping to be able to get them on at some point in the next few weeks to answer some of those questions. But the gist of it, they had done a lot of research. The contract was looked over by lawyers, multiple lawyers, to check for, I don't know, like how ironclad, I guess it could be. So they had done some due diligence, and then, one of my questions was, you're losing about 45% plus of the value, which seemed like a lot, but, they were saying like it's a central location. They would be advertising the product. They would be selling it, actively and passively to their customers. It was just a much easier for their situation than, having his father, who's a senior citizen, or him having to meet up with people at all hours to, sell one thing here, sell one thing there, the time, the gas, the effort, the energy to keep and manage. I think it was 700 plus sets and then 1,200 plus minifigs. Losing the percentage that they would have lost from doing the consignment, they still would have done very well on their initial investment. And so that's something that they wanted to make clear. They did email on Sunday. This is the email that they sent to Bricks and Minifigs. To be clear, they sent it on Sunday, so I don't think it's. I'm not saying that I have high hopes that they're going to get their stuff back so quickly, but I want to give this at least a full week for it to go through Bricks and Minifigs to see if they're going to make good on their statement that they were willing to help. But they said, "Thank you for your willingness to assist. When can we come by the store to sort out the details and get compensated for our sets / return the unsold sets?" And that's to the email that we censored out last week of the statement that Bricks and Minifigs sent. Brian did also have a statement. It's kind of weird. how they got this statement, but when I read it, I think it'll be a little clearer. Brian said, I reached out to the previous owners of the franchise and they authorized this statement from me regarding them. Quote, it's my understanding that no inventory was ever provided from Bricks and Minifigs to Crystal, and Bricks and Minifigs won't allow Crystal to speak about this case. Crystal is seeking legal representation because she contends BAM stole the store, and for defamation regarding BAM's implication she has taken the sets, which is obviously untrue since the sets are still visible and for sale in the store. End quote. And that's from Brian Mansell about the situation we spoke on last week.
Well, she's also been bamboozled, allegedly.
Supposedly,
Damn.
yeah. I did also follow up today with Bricks and Minifigs. Again, I wasn't expecting a response between lunch and now, so we'll give it till next week and see if they, reply, or if they decline to reply, or they don't reply. But we'll update you guys next week. We're going to try to keep on this at least every few weeks to, just keep you guys updated. In the meantime, speak with your wallets. If you have a Bricks and Minifigs in your area, maybe think about if you want to support that kind of things that are being alleged. I think that's something we can all consider as just a way to try to put some pressure on the company, and, just hoping for the best here. And like I said, it's still too early to really see if, between Sunday and now, or between my email and now, if anything's going to happen. So just want to leave it open, and, hopefully next week we'll have some updates. But I talked to Brian. He said he's not super hopeful, but is going to give it his best try. And he's in the chat right now. So shout out to Brian.
Nice.
And, hopefully we'll get some positive updates soon. Just a quick plug, same thing as last week. Got the blue feet decals. I've actually sold out of the first batch. I got more vinyl today, so if anyone wants any of these, just let me know. It's probably gonna be the last batch that I make on them, just because I don't want to be making these forever. And Mike's got
which ones?
For collectors.
Which one's the before and which one's the after?
So the blue is the after. The blue is the after. I have made
before.
So I've made, let me think here, 60 sets.
Dang.
But it's, I include three sets per order, in case you mess up or you want to try again. So 20 orders have sold already.
Oh.
But I don't know if I'm going to sell another 20. Why is that bad? That's pretty good, dude. I mean, I'm a small business, man. I'm trying my fucking best. People aren't supporting me, bro. Just kidding. No, they have great customers. Trevor says, "Can I get a set in Olo?" Well, it's not possible. The human eye cannot see.
You would never
Olo.
see it.
You would never see it. It's actually the right as Olo, bro.
Lasers,
you guys have the same color for your logos. That's fucking wild.
Sean says he got the set. Okay, Mike, we're gonna have to talk about copyright infringement, bro. This is getting out of hand, bro.
Connected.
This is getting out of hand, bro.
Mike's Adventure
This
World
is
a ripoff
out of hand, bro.
What I'm saying to you is you should give it to somebody that don't know any better, because that's a fugazi.
A fugazi.
That's a fucking fugazi, bro.
It was
It's
never a
fugazi,
secret. Bro. Never.
Okay, Mike. We're gonna have to talk after the show.
Just like a
about
white guy stealing everything
compensation.
he has from a Mexican.
Wow.
That's offensive.
And I made sure.
Wow.
Hey, Eddie. Native Americans, not Mexicans.
Should make a hot Cheeto movie about Mike.
Oh,
Wow. That's so good.
That's good.
That is so good, bro.
Yeah, anyways,
plug the
these
shit.
are bases that I made for Marco there. So we'll let him review them and give some feedback, see what he thinks. This week I spent actually making some custom commission things for the local police department. So if you follow on Instagram, go check it out. It was pretty cool for them to reach out and do that for them. But yeah, other than that, I did also make this 1-to-1
You
scale.
better get on good
prop.
terms with them, Mike. They're gonna arrest your ass for all this
Yeah.
stealing you're doing.
Holy shit.
1-to-1 scale prop replica of the 89 Joker gas mask that he sends to Vicky Vale. So these are going to
That's
go
sick.
up here on the Instagram pretty soon. So if
What
anybody
did you
wants
print
one
for
of
the
those,
police? Holsters so they could draw their weapons faster?
Wow.
What?
That seems.
I was gonna say, Blue Lives Matter, huh, Mike?
All lives matter.
Wow.
Wow.
That's your typical white guy response.
That's so much more.
You didn't think that through, did you?
Holy shit!
I knew exactly what I was saying.
Crazy, bro.
That is serious black. That is.
Tell you one thing, Mike, I got a beer.
On your bumper.
I forgot to play that clip earlier. God damn it.
I do know what Mike printed for the cops.
This is why I can't
guys.
drink and stream, man.
That's crazy.
I do know
bro.
what Mike printed for the cops. So a bunch of Punisher decals. I think necklaces for him.
Wow, that's good, bro.
Wow. Shane was with
cricket
you
too. He's coming
all
after
the way
all my
up until
fucking.
that comment. Man.
He's coming after all my business, bro.
Oh,
you kidding me? He's got a cricket on the way, bro.
That was good.
Can't have anything for myself anymore.
I don't think you don't have to worry about those print lines anymore, Zach. He's just cancelled himself. Like,
yeah, a nasty
Mike.
boy. This is so on Tariff Weekly, the show where we talk about tariffs
Jesus.
weekly. I assume that this is tariff related, but to be clear, it's not confirmed. And at the time that I grabbed this image, Dean, can you Google this? Entertainment Earth low price guarantee. Just want to make sure this is still down.
No.
But earlier today, Entertainment Earth removed their 110% guarantee and also increased prices on already pre-ordered and back-ordered items. I don't believe that they've made any announcement to this, but when you try to go to the page earlier, it would bring up a 404 error. This is a screen grab on a forum of their old price guarantee, but they had wanted to give you the best value on every purchase that you make. 110% low price guarantee is testimony to that commitment. Not only do we provide you with the finest, I'm gonna skip all that. Should you find a lower price for the same item sold elsewhere, contact you and we'll give you 110% of the difference. Not only will we refund you 100% of the difference, we'll add a bonus 10% towards your next Entertainment Earth purchase. So seems like they're at least about 6 or 7 that was not on the website. Sean says it's still down. 16 Kit says starting tomorrow we stop shipping to the United States for 1 to 2 weeks. Please do not purchase in stock. If you are from the US, pre-orders are fine. And just about an hour and a half ago, Trump said that China tariffs will drop, quote, substantially, but won't be zero, end quote. And so they will come down from the...
That's a win for Shane.
No free figure for
off
Dino.
the hook, bro. Off
For
the
now.
hook, bro.
Not
We never
gonna
know.
happen.
Never know.
Damn.
So this is the art of the deal, baby.
Yeah. So what do we get out of this? That's what I'm really curious about. All this pain for what?
You get a chance to buy stocks now that they're low.
There we go. Actually,
Bye.
So
Can't stop
China
winning.
called his
should
bluff.
have been buying that dip.
Yo, when China put out a video saying China's been around for 5,000 years, we'll be just fine without the United States, I was like, dude, we are fucking
there.
cooked, bro.
3,000 years
They
ago.
have a wall, dude. We are cooked, bro.
Fuck, they do have a wall. Holy shit.
We couldn't even do that, bro.
Like, there is a pattern here. Like, he did say he was going to build a wall, and there is no wall. Do you know? And then
Yeah, like
and I know. And then he said he was going to turn, what's it, like the Gaza Strip into the Riviera of
Yeah.
the Middle East. That's
Yeah.
outrageous. So like, again, politics, I know it's kind of touching on the edge of politics, but that didn't
okay.
happen. So
Ben's not here.
sometimes, yeah. But sometimes he does say things that are not going to. It's political chicken, man. There will be
Yeah.
tariffs, but I don't
Part
think
of the
it's
deal,
gonna
bro.
dude, fucking
Everything he does.
Xi Jinping, or however they say his fucking name,
Cheesy
was
thing.
like,
Cheesy
he was
pink.
like, he's like, China's never bullied anybody. I'm like, okay, what about Tibet?
What about their
Taiwan?
own people?
What Genghis Khan, bro.
Jesus Christ.
I think
The fucking
every government
mongrels,
in the
dude.
world at one point has bullied their people.
None
I
more
talking
than
about other
Zach.
countries, and I'm like, you do it all the time.
What the hell? What did Eddie just say? The fuck did you just say, Eddie?
I
Say it
said
with your
none
chest.
more than Zach.
What the fuck?
Holy shit.
To be fair, I didn't want to say it. You made me say it. You did it to yourself, bro. It was self-inflicted.
Hoisted by his own retired.
There we go. Star Wars
I like.
celebration.
Wait, go back real quick. I can't.
Yes.
I like the phrasing of "we're doing fine with China."
Jesus Christ.
It's not like
China.
Don't shoot.
Wow, that's Oh man!
Don't push the button.
Dean, do you know?
I love Tesla.
Do you ever like? Do you ever like be in a queue for like, I don't know, the post office or a public place, and something that you heard like a few days before randomly pops into your head, and you kind of start laughing to yourself, and someone catches your eye, and you look a bit like, okay, that guy looks weird. Why is he laughing? The other day I was literally in the post office and I just had this image of you going, China, and I started laughing a little bit. And this one was looking at me going, what is wrong with that man? Like, I couldn't stop laughing. It just,
she was like, he lost his Lucky Charms.
Jesus. Wow. That's fair game. No, that's fair game. That's fair game.
He fucking...
Oh my god.
He takes the time to come join us when he's off. And you hit him with the Lucky Charms
so early in the morning.
We want him to feel welcome.
I'm sorry. If, like you said, if you're not riffing on your friends,
the stuff that Irish guys say to each other,
much worse.
Oh yeah, Jesus Christ! Like,
yeah, but nobody can translate it.
Do you guys?
We don't have to translate to each other.
I think the difference is we mean it. It's all a facade. We hate each other.
Wow.
It's true. You would see our behind the scenes. It's like Cain and Abel.
Can we go back really quickly though? Sorry.
Oh my God, Marco.
Jesus Christ.
Just last
to which part?
Sorry, just
we don't
to
hate anybody more than him though.
Yeah. So now that things are dropping again, right? We're talking about companies that are putting on 4%, 6%, 8%.
They got to bring that shit back,
like,
bro. That's,
yeah.
there's no
So
fucking way.
so do we get relatively? Does it get scaled back, like relative to how much it dropped? Again, this has always been my concern, right? Like once that price goes up, once there's a new fee in place, is it going back down now that things are going back down? I don't think so, though. I think that they're going to just...
I think as they're going to, like, in what we do and as collectors in general, I think you got to push back, right? If fucking tariffs go down to 15%, I'm not paying fucking 6%, 4%.
Yeah, we'll see.
Because if you're getting 145 and you're charging me 6%... Dude, I'm not fucking paying a fucking nickel.
And their argument might be that, like, hey, we've been eating the majority of it this whole time, so now this is going to be to offset. Dude. It's tough, right? It's definitely, yeah. I mean, yeah, it's definitely a. Go ahead, Mike.
Sorry, Marco. I didn't mean to cut you off. I was just saying,
No,
I mean, they'll just sell it as 6%, still better than the 15. So,
no, I'm not buying, bro.
Yeah, and I got an email from Entertainment Earth today saying exactly how much each of my pre-orders would go up. It's not a lot, but that's before this was said. So I wonder if I'll get an email saying, okay, they're going back. Because a lot of them are a couple bucks, but then like anything that's over like $100 is like $10. It went up by 10 or $15. So
like Sean said,
that's
dude,
too many
companies. Dude, the companies that are gonna have your back on this, that's who you gotta shop with. Any company that's trying to fucking nickel and dime me, bro, ain't no fucking way.
And it's tough. I get like the mom and.
Go ahead, Micah.
I was gonna say like
that was before tariffs.
I was gonna say I know it's tough because the mom and pops have been feeling a lot of pain. I'm sure, right? Especially Sideshow saying like
everyone's been feeling a lot of pain, bro.
Especially everyone's feeling a lot of pain, right? Everyone's feeling a lot of pain, but those are the ones that I feel the toughest for because it's like they're kind of in a damned if you do, damned if you don't situation. Either they eat it, either they pass it along to the customer. It's a really tough spot, so I get it's very complex, but I think you're right. Those companies that were, haven't really said anything and have like been eating the cost the whole time, those are the ones that I've been buying from, and I appreciate them riding this out through all the uncertainty. They never put it on me, and they kind of like had to, take that whole uncertainty on themselves for now. So I appreciate that a lot.
I have a suggestion. Marco says eat it a lot. Maybe he doesn't realize it. You need that American Psycho clip, Zach. Get on it. Don't just look at it.
Eat it.
Eat it. Yeah.
Amazing. Amazing.
We definitely eat it here.
Can I just comment on this? So Sideshow sent out an email and they said that we're going to absorb some of the costs, some of the tariffs, but look, we're still going to charge you an additional 6%. Here, this article, this headline seems to suggest that it's not going to be as high as 145, but it could still be like 30%. So couldn't Sideshow still say, okay, we're now going to increase the 6% to 30%, or go, okay, we're still going to settle on the 6%?
So
what am I missing?
We
here?
talked about this in the Patreon chat. So it's my understanding that and I'm not an economist. I want to be very clear, but this was the general understanding from 40 guys in the Patreon chat. It's based off of the export value that they're declaring. So, if it's a $400 figure, they're not marking the value as $400. Sideshow wasn't paying $400 for a $400 figure. They're paying, let's just say $200, 50% profit. And so that tariff price would be based on that price. So when they get it, they're going to mark it up. Sense. And part of the difference between the retail price and the acquired price is taking up a lot of that percent. And essentially, there was some emails that we shared where it's like Sideshow is basically saying, we're eating most of this cost, but we're going to pass on a 6% cost to you guys.
Mm-hmm.
And so
basically,
it's my understanding that if it's 145, just to use numbers here, and we're getting 6%, Sideshow would be eating like the 139% of that.
Yeah. So
however, when you run the math, it's like, how cheap are they getting these things if they're eating 139% of the export cost?
Dirt cheap.
Because then to do the math, it's like, even if you do the math for like $100 figure, it's like they got to be getting this for like 25% of the MSRP if they're able to eat 145% of the export cost and still only need to charge 6% at the end. So I don't know. Mm-hmm. But that's the consensus that we all kind of thought that we agreed on us in the Patreon chat, was like, that's the only math that really made sense with all these numbers. And the final value being 6% of the retail price.
Yeah.
So
I would just, I'm right or not. Just say, while this headline is, I guess, encouraging on, considering the headlines from the last couple of weeks, this is nothing official yet, right? So I would hope that all these companies wouldn't just start reacting now to, hey, we're removing the tariffs, or we're dropping the tariffs. Let's see where they land. I mean, he's made it clear, it's not going to be 145, but it's not going to be nothing like it was, right? So if they're smart, just hold where you've landed for now, and wait until there's actually something official, and then adjust from there, instead of just swinging.
Like Kit did. I can see why Kit sent out the message. I can see why Kit sent out the message going, hold your horses for 2 weeks. We'll see where this actually lands. Like, I get where he's coming from.
Yeah, 100%. I was like trying to figure out the calculus, and it was quite complex. Eddie, we did talk about that in the Patreon chat today, but we can bring that up.
Is John in the Patreon chat?
Yes.
Okay, I'm staying out.
I just want to be honest with you. He is. Celebration news. Maybe I'm just not a Star Wars fan, because I really wasn't excited about any of the stuff, but I'll just run through the list. You guys tell me where you want me to stop. The Ahsoka panel, we got the first look at.
No, I was gonna do that.
Rory McCann's Bailey Skull. I don't think it's a good casting, but tell me what you guys think.
I disagree with that. I think the casting's pretty solid for this.
Yeah, this is great.
I think maybe Pedro Pascal would have done a great job.
Okay, get him out of here. Get him out of here.
You can't get the goat for everything, Shane. Come on.
Yeah, I like this. I mean, unfortunately, the previous actor passed away, and that's really fucking sad. But you set up this character to do some more stuff that we have yet to see. So I feel like it's a new enough character that it's still fresh enough to be able to do this and it still work. Whereas like, the Solo movie, as much as I love the Solo movie, it's not Harrison Ford, right? And it's never going to be. That's a huge hurdle you have to get over. For this, it's not as big of a hurdle. And I like this actor. I think he's great. And to see him in the Star Wars universe is even better, because I fucking love the Hound. So to see him because Balin was kind of more of like a brutal kind of like fighter, and to see him bring like what he did at Game of Thrones to Star Wars, like, has me really excited. So I like this. I like it a lot.
Yeah, I think it's good too. I mean, Zach, to your point, I think you had showed who was it, Liev Schreiber, as your dream cast, and I think that would be great too.
Oh, that would have been.
We always got to remember these things, though, guys. Right? It takes two to tango. Like, that may have been great. Maybe they went after him, but he could very easily
That's
not be
true.
interested. I mean, this is the guy that didn't come back for the Logan movie, too, right? So he doesn't seem to do a lot of work these days.
He's doing a play with Hugh Jackman right now.
Yeah.
But yeah, I would have rather seen him. But to be honest, I don't really care that much about this show because I didn't love the first season. But I like the Hound, So yeah, I think he can do great. We'll see, I guess.
He's got to get rid of that accent.
Does he have one?
Yeah, he's got a thick accent.
How does he say Arn?
I don't know about that. But Balin
What did you
didn't
just
have an
say?
accent at all.
What did he say? What did you just say? What are you trying to say?
I don't know. What are you trying to say? Because I'm
No,
saying
no,
what
like,
you're saying.
what do you
and I
think
don't know
I'm
what
trying
you're
to say? Because I'm not getting what you're saying.
The way you said Arn.
Earn.
Earn.
to earn
Oh,
the
earn. Oh, earn. As in if you earn
You
something.
said it perfectly right there. That's definitely not what you
Listen,
said earlier.
I can say Thanos when I want to say Thanos, but I don't know what Ben Thomas and Las Vegas have got going on, but it's weird,
No, he's not here to defend himself. Leave him alone.
It's okay. I say it to his face. It's fine. I love him.
Yeah.
I just
Say it
sit
to
here
his
and wait for
nuts.
Shane to say film. That's all I want.
There you go.
Film. I do love film. I say
Film.
film nowadays. And
Film.
Adriana's
It's-
like, what the fuck
I
is
do it
wrong
around
with
the
you?
house. My wife looks at me like I'm fucking
Yeah.
crazy.
We don't do well with H's or H's. I can't even say it. We say 30 instead of 30.
I didn't see the Hayden Christensen thing on the left, and I literally thought we were going to talk about lab-grown diamonds right now.
Yeah, I don't know why it's just popping up, bro.
That would have been amazing.
If you know, you know. Tune into the vlog. Hayden Christensen is returning for Ahsoka season 2. Great. That's actually not bad. Apparently the cast didn't know that Luke Skywalker was returning, Mark Hamill was returning as Luke Skywalker in The Mandalorian, which is cool. There was a panel of Mandalorian and Grogu, and there was leaked footage of a trailer, a sizzle reel, a teaser that was pretty cool. It was Mando on an AT-AT. That one's May 22nd, 2026. That was the first major panel. I believe the next day, I think it was Good Morning America, they had Sigourney Weaver on the program because she's also going to be in the film. Great. Actually, I'm really excited for Starfighter because it's my boy Ryan Gosling. I fuck with Ryan, bro. That might have been the only thing that I was excited about.
Ryan doesn't do bad shit, but Disney does almost exclusively bad shit. So we'll see if
And it's
we'll see how
Sean Levy, too.
That's reconciled. That's true. Dude,
Like,
when
he
they
has
said
experience in handling legacy characters in a
Yeah.
a respectable way.
Does he?
Well, these are
Deadpool and Wolverine
non-legacy
could have been a mess,
characters.
and it was great.
Yeah.
In a respectable way, they dug him up and used his bones.
You know what? But you know what I mean, though, as in like that was in that would have been like he didn't direct the first 2 Deadpool movies or any of the Wolverine movies, so he that would be in sync with what Deadpool would do. That's what I mean by respectable. Like, as
Actually,
in,
I
he did a
take
good
it back.
job.
I don't think I've ever seen a Sean Levy movie that I don't like.
Yeah.
Looking
he
back
did,
on what he's done,
Yeah.
I love Pink Panther, bro. A lot.
And Dean's right. Ryan Gosling, he's got range, man. Like La La Land,
Yeah.
Blade Runner, like
Name me one of his shittiest movies.
Ball Guy.
First Man. Do you know,
Barbie.
it's like but Barbie, he was funny. Like he was the best part of it. Like he was
Okay.
funny in it. Like,
But we can't forget. Fuck, I'm forgetting the name of it because I drank. What?
Can't forget
Fuck.
it.
Drive.
With Steve Carell. Fuck.
Oh,
Crazy
Crazy
Stupid
Stupid
Love.
Love.
Oh,
Amazing.
Crazy Stupid Love,
One of
dude.
the best
Amazing.
movies.
he was good in that. Are you
Yeah,
saying he
he's
was bad
amazing
in
in that.
Yeah,
No,
he's
I love that
womanizer.
movie.
But even like I know it's a chick flick, but the Notebook, like he's
Okay.
he's
Wow.
still
Yeah.
good in it. Like
We're good here.
Is his
Fall Guy
I'm
is
saying
pretty good. If you guys haven't seen Fall Guy,
Drive.
it's amazing. Oh,
Drive
Drive
is
is
fucking
really good.
incredible.
Yeah.
Is this Ryan Gosling film taking
Ryan
the
Gosling?
place of that.
Ryan Gosling?
Wow.
I'm sorry, we're making fun of how people speak. Haven't you fucking noticed? Ryan Gosling?
making fun of
Who the
how
fuck
I
was
don't know what
Gosling,
his
bro?
fucking name is. All I care
Ryan
about.
Gosling?
Is this taking place of the film
6
that,
years after the episode?
Rogue
Patty
Squadron?
Jenkins.
5.
It's no.
Yeah,
5
Patty
years
probably.
after.
Did you just say woke squadron?
I don't think so.
Mike.
It might be.
Mike, stop talking.
Not your night, is it?
Jeez,
How much bourbon has Mike had, dude?
A lot.
not enough. Keep going.
Jesus Christ.
I remember my first beer, Mike. Don't worry about it.
He needs to undo my mistakes. So keep.
They're
going.
gonna have a Mando and Grogu themed update to the Millennium Falcon Smuggler's Run.
That's dope.
Because apparently there's 4 fucking ships in the whole galaxy, so that's great.
For the matter.
Cool though.
Yeah, that's
and
actually not bad.
the return of the Razor Crest. How about that?
Amazing. I'm actually most excited for Mandalorian and Grogu than any other thing. I mean, I do love Ryan Gosling, but I'm excited to see Sigourney Weaver in Star Wars.
Yeah.
That's amazing.
Did you see the really low res leaked
I did
trailer?
not. I did not
Yeah,
see it.
I did. Looks good.
Of him on the AT-AT?
The action scene at the start.
Pretty big. That's great that you bring it up because you love the warehouse scene. And isn't that what the AT-AT scene is?
I've heard that it was compared more to, because it's more like a hallway, that it's being compared to the warehouse scene, but
Daredevil.
also the Rogue One Vader scene.
Oh,
But
okay.
the way it's shot, it seems to be all like the one take, so the choreography is pretty damn cool. Like,
Yeah.
he's faster than anything I've seen, with maybe the exception of the first episode of season 2 by the the ring. There's Gamorrean guards fighting each other, and that seems pretty damn cool. But
It's a great
I'm
time
looking
to be a Pedro fan, huh? I think
so.
It's
We're
awful
eating right now.
I'd hate to not like him, right? Because he's in.
No, it was a great time this past weekend, dude. And you got the
Wow, you
Chill,
stupid
chill.
motherfucker.
You got bamboozled, bro.
Chill. Do you guys think that the Grogu and Mandalorian film will have an opening crawl? It has to, right? Like every film.
Well, Rogue One didn't have
I
a
know
crawl,
Rogue
right?
One went into it, but I feel like this one's got to have a crawl.
Last time I saw
No
Pedro, he
crawl.
was crawling.
If I see a crawl,
No
I
crawl.
send it back.
Jesus.
Wow.
Wow, Mike.
Jesus Christ.
Wow.
That's some of my finest
That's
work.
another point, bro. That's another point.
Jesus.
Oh, that is
Still not-
great.
it's still fresh.
Best scene I've ever seen. Best show I've ever seen. Speaking of not best shows, I got another
Jeez.
fucking Darth Maul show, dude. I'm so fucking sick of
Bro.
this character, bro.
That Dean
I'm
Cook.
so fucking sick of this character, bro. I can't stand it.
I'm in
Here,
need
here.
of a
No
good Dean
shit.
cooking.
Like, the only thing we haven't seen of Darth Maul is basically anything before episode 1.
Because we saw
So-
his penis.
I saw,
we-
yeah, the Red
we've
Rocket.
seen- yeah, the fucking real Revenge of the Sith.
Jesus Christ.
Like,
It's a red saber.
the revenge porn of the Sith. So like
Baby
we
Boba
literally
Fett,
have
bro.
his whole life from episode 1 all the way up until the beginning of episode 4 when I'm assuming he gets killed on Tatooine with Obi-Wan, because that's where we last saw him. So it's like, where the fuck are you even fitting this show in that we need it?
Well, this is animated too. I was gonna say, to be fair, people like Marco don't know how Maul became a Sith apprentice, but this is animated, so Marco still.
So
won't
it's
know.
before episode 1?
No, I actually think this is
Hang
between.
on. This is okay. A new animated series. Let's answer the questions.
Yeah.
2026 on Disney Plus. It'll follow Sam Witwer's Darth Maul after the events of the final season of the Clone Wars. We'll see Maul plotting to rebuild this criminal syndicate on a planet untouched by the Empire, but it leads fucking nowhere because he ends up in a fucking desert, being crazy as fuck.
No,
trying to.
It does lead though, because we never got.
To Solo, right?
Yeah, we never
Yeah.
got
I
to
don't wanna
see
see
Crimson
that
Dawn.
shit, bro.
Well, we
I don't
saw
wanna
all of
see
Rogue
that.
One.
I
That's-
want to see it. I want to see it more than I want to see Andor season 2, bro. I
But
want
Rebels,
this.
You're
but
high.
Rebels
this
is
this
all
could
of
be cool.
that.
This is way
Rebels-
better. No,
Rebels
it doesn't.
goes, yes, Rebels goes all the way from like before Rogue One to after Return of the Jedi.
It does, but we don't see him building the syndicate in Rebels. We don't see the Crimson Dawn stuff in Rebels. We don't see. There's a big gap between when he leaves Mandalore up until when he dies
from Obi-Wan. Spoilers, Marco, I guess.
You know, I've heard this before. Do we find out why he has a rosary on his head, though? That was the one thing that I'm confused about.
Christ.
He's Catholic, bro.
Tough times. Let's see here.
Yeah, that's fucking stupid.
I guess I just like I get that it's a character people like, but it's like, dude, is there any other characters that we might want to consider? You know,
yeah, they did it with fucking Cad Bane too.
Yeah, let's skip.
Well, yeah, there you go.
Let's get more fucking kid movies and more fucking Imperial
give me fucking
movies.
Yoda Origins, bro. I want Yoda Origins or send it back.
I do want a Yoda origin actually.
Star Wars Visions Volume 3, bro. I don't need to see this shit either. I'm sick of it.
I haven't seen.
I genuinely think, like, to be completely honest, I just don't think I'm a Star Wars fan, bro. Like, when I saw that Celebration was coming to California, I was just like,
No, well, yeah,
Like-
because you refuse.
well, no. Even if it was in Dallas, even if it was in Dallas, I wouldn't have gone.
Even if it was in fucking Austin, you wouldn't have gone.
This is
No,
So if I make the
gone.
trip all the way over from Ireland, I'm not going to get to meet Zach and Dean.
He will.
If you come November 6th to the 9th, you can see.
I can't get.
This
work
is
off.
this is the type of guy Zach is, though. He'll be like, you see how expensive these Star Wars tickets are, and then he's like, well, I'm looking at a $12,000 Rolex, so.
The first one was 10,500.
I have a question for Dean and Zach, though. Okay, so
yeah, but you got to look after yourself first, right? I mean, come on,
Right.
you fucking.
He's not wrong.
You're going on trips too this year.
I get it. You prioritize.
You already know.
So, did you like Darth Maul in Episode 1?
Yeah, I think
Not
Darth Maul
really.
should have been the main bad
He
guy.
was
for all
pretty
three
cool.
movies.
I agree. I completely agree with you. But go on. So myself and Dean are kind of on the same page there. What do you think, Zach?
I mean, I thought he was pretty cool, and to be clear, I thought back then, I believe it was canon. The Lords of the, I believe it's the Lords of the Sith book explained his upbringing, and I was like, yeah, it's a cool context, but they fucking bring him back, and they bring him back, and they bring him back, bro.
Yeah,
It's too much.
That's
dude.
the bit where I'm like,
That's where I'm like,
Wars,
all right, like,
and I'm kind of going, oh really? This guy is dead. So it's obviously you realize you made a mistake. It was like, this is a very popular character. He's really, really good. People like him. Man, we killed him off too early. So now we're going to bring him back. Now, when you kind of get over the fact that he shouldn't be there, his story arc in Clone Wars is quite cool. But at the same time, he should be dead. Like, I don't know.
yeah, I only buy my Rolex at genuine Rolex, my friend.
Back to Star Wars Visions. The first season was really cool because it was like all the anime studios did their own thing. And they were kind of adjacent or not tied to like canon Star Wars in any way, which I really liked.
Yeah.
And then the second season was just all this weird, like feel good kind of, I don't know. It felt very disjointed, the second season from the first season.
It's just
so I feel like season 3 really needs to go back to like the anime stuff and like stop doing this like weird like I said, it's like feel good, like kind of hippie fucking stuff.
Wow.
Maul's just too overused. Like it's like, I'm
Okay,
having
well,
a great
that's
time
not-
watching Solo, and it's like, oh great.
Vader's in everything.
Okay, I know you're not comparing Darth Vader to fucking Darth.
I
Maul.
am comparing
Okay.
him.
That's the
I am.
craziest thing I've
I
ever
am,
heard on
because
this
Maul
sucks.
actually has a reason to be upset. Vader's just a fucking cuck.
If you lost Padme, you would not be fucking furious, bro.
Padme
Dude,
left
I
him
never-
before he lost her.
I never even got Padme and I'm upset about it.
Jesus. You know what? Zendaya has a nicer ass than Padme.
Holy
okay.
shit.
Have you seen the intro to the Geonosian Arena, bro?
Yes. Yes.
That's a crazy comment, bro. Okay, you're off the hook. That's the craziest thing we've ever said on the show.
Now with the corset, if we're talking if we're talking personality, not just imagination. Now we've got Padme in the mix. But to be honest, she wouldn't shut the fuck
hang on,
up
time out.
either,
Zendaya,
so-
over or underrated?
Overrated.
Everybody. It's 100%.
So underrated, bro. She's
That's
bad.
no way, bro.
I'm sorry.
No.
I
What are
would
her
not
I
feelings?
think
agree.
she's
I
I think
do
she's
think she's
rated.
beautiful.
Close.
Yeah.
She's more overrated than Darth Maul is.
No.
Come on.
I gotta see the
very
toast
hot,
before
though.
I can comment.
That's not the
I
same.
need to do some research. Let's see here. Outlaws gets a second story update, A Pirate's Fortune in May, starring probably my second least favorite character, Hondo Anaka.
What the?
So there's that. I'm telling you, I'm just not a Star Wars fan. I really just don't think I'm a Star Wars fan.
I'm with you, Zach.
Hondo Onaka.
Are you excited about Andor, Zach? I'm just trying to gauge.
No, okay, that I actually am very excited for it.
That explains
unpopular opinion, but I actually really enjoyed Andor season 1.
That explains a lot.
You finished the whole
Should have
thing?
led with that.
Eddie?
Yeah,
come on now.
we talked about it.
You're a man of logic.
Okay, I
you
thought
haven't
so. I
watched
thought
it
so.
all.
But
like, Zach,
I was
you're
ripping
not- you're
for every
not-
chance at Mommy Bix, bro.
But Zach, you're not
captivating.
excited about the Mandalorian movie, no? At all?
That I am excited about. However, I will
that's two
say, and I've
things.
said this. Hang on, I said this many times. As I love Baby Yoda. I have gone on record and say I'm a pretty big Baby Yoda fan. However, I think bringing him back into the show, they Darth Mauled him. They fucking okay, bye. He's gonna go with Luke. Immediately
agree.
comes right the fuck back. It's like, dude, what the fuck?
No, he
Not even in his own
chose.
show.
He chose to come back.
In the
Motherfucker's a
fucking
baby.
Boba Fett. In the Boba Fett show, they brought him back.
He chose to come back. They chose to write it so he came back.
Yeah, that's exactly it. Yeah, Eddie, he has
He's
a
a
point
real
though, but
person.
I'm still excited about
You're
the
not wrong.
Mandalorian. The movie.
Okay.
You're not wrong. Andor sucks.
Outlaws is coming to Nintendo Switch 2, so if you want to pay $6,000 to play Outlaws on the Switch 2, you can do that.
That fucking
There's a
shit
new-
didn't even run on the consoles it came on.
Jesus Christ.
Wow, that sounded
There's a
like
new
some Star Trek shit that I've
Dash render figure that I
This
think
is
everyone
cool.
was kind of memeing. But I
Hot
don't
Toys
know.
is going to do that one eventually, yeah?
It looks like
they
the-
got
They
it.
got to, bro.
It looks like
Dude,
Prince
Dash
Charming from
Rendar?
Shrek.
That's a badass. That's a badass figure.
Also, we already have a shitty Cobb Van TVC figure that no one's buying. Why are they making another one, dude?
Because that's the one without the armor.
That's Cobb
They're
Vanth.
not buying him with the armor, bro.
Cobb Vanth is badass, dude.
He is
was
bad.
I
bad.
do like Timothy Oliphant, but you know,
Oliphant.
I don't know, man.
Dude, I'd take a fucking Cobb Vanth show over whatever the fuck they're giving us now.
I'd take a fucking.
Whoa.
So you're
I
not
would
watching
actually
Andor,
watch-
Dean?
I would watch it.
No Andor
Cobb
for you,
Vanth.
Dean?
I will actually watch Andor. Okay, so here's where I'm at with
Did
Star
you watch
Wars.
Andor season
'Cause-
1?
Dean,
Yes.
save it.
So, why?
How much time do we have?
Tell them actual logic about how Andor is boring as fuck.
It's not, though.
Oh,
Yeah,
So,
lost him
like,
too.
Eddie,
Okay,
you
so
haven't
here-
you haven't watched it
wait,
all. Come on, be
Jewish.
fair.
He's Jewish.
So, what the fuck?
Wow! What? You can't say
Get
that.
that one.
I
You
haven't.
can't say that.
Margaret, the rules were that you guys weren't going to fact check, and since you're
I'm circumcised. I can say it.
So,
Fixer didn't happen.
because I stopped watching Acolyte after like 3 episodes. I didn't watch any of
That's crazy.
whatever,
Zach didn't.
whatever
Acolyte
the
is
fuck that
best show.
What was that? The kids show? I didn't watch any of that.
Skeleton Crew.
Yeah, Skeleton Crew. I have
That show is pretty
stated
dope.
That Star
Jesus
Wars needs
Christ.
Star Wars needs to do something.
I just like
to,
Jude Law, bro.
to get me back in the saddle because as of right now, I'm out. That being said, Andor is written and still created by the same group of people who did Rogue One, right? Same director and writers. They have not failed me yet. Rogue One was fantastic. Andor season 1 was really good. Could it have been a little more exciting, Eddie? Yes. There's a lot of buildup and a lot of, kind of shenanigans that we've seen a lot of. Like, okay, how many fucking times is this gonna go undercover in a fucking Imperial base and fucking bamboozle them? It does it all the time.
If
I
they
will
just had
give you
photo
that.
ideas, like 80% of the plot of Star Wars
Yeah,
would
or
not
fucking
exist.
security cameras in a fucking.
They're so
war-
fat and happy, they don't even think that.
You're not wrong.
Ooh.
So
To be fair,
it. He
quote,
says
the
it.
first time they've had a Mexican
But-
in there. So
Power doesn't panic, Marco.
That's
but
right.
the-
Power doesn't panic.
Wow, he knows, bro.
But for what I got out of Andor, I trust that team that season 2 is not going to be complete dog shit. We'll see. It might be. But in terms of Grogu, Mandalorian, I probably won't go see that in theaters. Darth Maul show, I'm never watching it. The fucking new thing with Asajj and Cad Bane, never watching it. the thing with Ryan Gosling, I might watch that because I like Ryan Gosling, and that's like disconnected from everything. But like, yeah, I'm with Zach. It's like I am a Star Wars fan, but I'm so fucking apathetic to everything they're fucking churning out that it's like, why get excited?
You know how when you're going through a dry spell and you get really fucked up at the bar, and a 3 comes along, a 3 or a 4 comes along, and to you
That's
it's
your
worth
own
it.
experience, bro.
To you it's worth it.
Never happened to me.
Motherfucker, I'm a 2 or a 3.
That is what I attest.
Wow, you're a
Jesus
16.
Christ.
Come on,
You're a 10. bro.
Eddie's like a 2 or a 3, like
You're a 10.
Zendaya approaches you, and
Yeah.
Wow.
Okay, Mr. fucking
Andor came along at a time when the fandom was in a dry spell, and they needed something to hold on to.
You had Mando season 3, and you
Mando
had
season
Ahsoka
3.
coming up.
Oh yeah, season 3. Let's hold up
But
Andor.
we
to
didn't know if
season
that was
3.
good or not. It wasn't a
Season
dry
3 's
spell. It
pretty
was there. It
bad.
wasn't good.
Thank you. If Andor
worst
came
part
along
is-
during Mando season 1, does it get the same
Hang on,
hype?
he might be cooking here.
Okay, I could take. Okay, I could actually take you a lot more seriously if you'd watched them all and went, look, Shane, I've watched all 12.
Why do I have
episodes,
to
and
watch
still
them
think
all?
it's-
I watched 3.
'Cause it's
Didn't
fucking
you?
great.
Wait,
so you can make
I'm
an
gonna catch you
informed
on this.
decision. I've
gonna
watched
catch
the
you on
Clone
this.
Wars. I'm not Marco here. I've watched all 7 seasons of that. It's time in my life I'm not getting back. Because realistically, from 4 onwards was fantastic.
opinion's no
But 1, 2, and
longer
3
valid.
is a time investment I'm not getting back. I've watched them all. I'm informed. The Acolyte, I watched all that. And I knew after 3 episodes it's going to be absolute dirt, but I still watched it so I can make an informed decision. You are not making an informed decision, Eddie. You're not
Because
using
you
logic.
choose to
You're
waste
wrong
your
on
life.
this.
I have to
Wait, you
submit
watched
them.
the Acolyte finale and you said it's a
Give
terrible
Shane points
show?
for that.
Yeah, I wasn't a fan. I'm sorry. But I made an informed decision. I watched it all.
I have just one thing to say to you, Shane.
I have a Glock.
Wow.
Use it.
Well, it got canceled, so Shane's pretty much right up the right.
Okay, well, if that's the fucking barometer of if it's good or not, then everything gets canceled these days, bro.
Canceled before one season's even over.
Yes.
I know for a fact if Eddie watched all of Andor, he would enjoy
This
it.
show's
Too.
gonna
He
get
stopped at the
I've
first
seen-
arc.
But I know for a fact he wouldn't admit it.
No,
Yeah,
I
he
would.
He's too entrenched. He's too entrenched,
I would.
bro.
He doesn't like RoboCop. I get it. Fair enough. He doesn't like it. I accept it. I don't understand, but I accept it. I accept it.
Wait, was
But-
Deidre? That was Andor, right?
Andor, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, there. To be clear, I enjoyed
Dedra Miller?
Andor, but there were parts of it that were fucking brutally boring.
Yeah.
Basically, all the office shit and all of Deidre Marrow.
Man,
really-
I think that's.
yeah, I
I
really
think
like
that
that
stuff
one.
has a lot more weight to it, like
Mara.
especially after you finish the series, and then when you like look at real world parallels, I feel
Oh,
like
here
that
we
stuff
go.
becomes way more interesting.
Oh,
I'm
here
trying to
we
watch
go.
Star Wars to get away from the
Because-
real world, bro.
All right,
It draws from real world
It
concepts.
really
insists
does.
upon
What
That's
we're
makes it
dealing
so
with
good.
now.
That's what makes it so good. Listen,
Shoot me
an
now.
evil
Grab the
empire-
Glock.
He's not wrong, man.
An evil empire is not going to just be
He's not
a
wrong.
guy in a robot suit with a breathing apparatus and a burnt up
That's Darth
face
Vader.
with a
Let
hood.
me ask you.
It's also going to be fucking pencil
Who-
pushers.
Okay,
that are
but let me ask you
ambitious, that
something.
are.
If
Go ahead.
if A New Hope was all Tarkin, would you love it as much? If
That's why
Empire
this-
Strikes Back
No,
didn't
you're right.
have Vader and Luke and Han,
No,
would you like it as much?
No, you're spot on, Eddie, and that's what's so great about Andor is it actually enhances, like I would say, enhances especially the original trilogy because you understand how like oppressive and evil the Empire is, and it gives you insight into like all of the
Understand that in
machinations.
Clone
No,
Wars.
no, but the
You
two
get that in
two-
Rebels. You get that with Thrawn. Thrawn, you get that. You
Okay,
I have
but
this.
it's from a different
Exactly
perspective
what you're
as
talking
well.
about.
Okay,
From a different
one
point
of
of
the
view,
things that
that's
was
what they
very
say in Star
apparent.
Wars.
One of the things that
Wow.
was very apparent in watching the coverage from Star Wars Celebration 2025, like a lot of people are saying, Disney are crap. Disney have ruined Star Wars. Disney have given us Andor season 1 and 2. I don't know what season 2 is like. It's getting rave reviews. I haven't watched it. They've given us Rogue One, fantastic. They've given us The Mandalorian season 1 and 2, fantastic. Yeah, they've had some absolute misses as well. But what I like about it is that you can choose your Star Wars now. You can go, you know what? I'm an animated guy and I'm going to look at Clone Wars and see Ahsoka's arc right up to Order 66. Or I'm going to be like, you know what? I want to watch the Ghost Crew and watch Rebels. That's amazing. Or go, you know what? I want the more slow
Yeah, and then you graduate
storytelling
from sixth
dialogue.
grade, and then you're like, I want to see a more
You
mature.
stupid motherfucker.
and like, but like they do draw on real world. Marco's not wrong on that, because the funeral scene from the last episode 12 of season 1 in Andor, he took influence from a provisional IRA funeral. Like, that's
maybe that would have saved Wakanda forever.
Pardon?
I said maybe that would have saved Wakanda forever.
Who cares? This is what blows my mind. But
it's done well. But it's done well,
Eddie and Marco.
It's done well.
The difference in this, you get those same stories, just like as you were saying, Eddie. What Marco gets from Andor, you can get from Rebels. But Eddie, you won't watch Andor because it's slower, and Marco won't watch him because it's cartoons. But you're getting the same thing.
It is not the same thing.
There's
Jedi.
the same
There's Jedi and clone troopers in fucking Clone Wars. There's cool things happening.
I will say
but not everyone in Star Wars is a Jedi or a clone.
Eddie. It's a relative term.
No, it's not that relative. When you're talking about, there's a reason. There is a reason why there's just the plans and then the blow up of the Death Star. There's a reason. You guys fucking love the minutia of the fucking story that doesn't fucking matter.
It makes the world richer, right? Just like
it does matter, because they wouldn't have been able to blow up the thing if they didn't have the plans.
Now, so
they got the plans. Why do I need to watch the story of how they got the plans?
Because it's so well done, but you don't know because you haven't watched the fucking thing, Eddie. That's why.
No,
go watch it, come back, and then I'll be like, okay, fair enough, Eddie, you're right. You don't like it. Okay.
I kind of, I get what
Eddie's
you are saying.
Good man.
I get what Eddie's saying in terms of like the characters are a little bit more exciting in like Clone Wars or Rebels. Well, I feel like in Rogue One and specifically Andor, you get to see characters like Mon Mothma, who I've always really liked, and she's in the original movies, she's in Rogue One, and they're able to continue her story in a really interesting way. I feel like it's letting those other characters also shine in their own right, because Mon Mothma is kind of a fucking badass. She's doing fucking political espionage. Like it's different, exciting in its own way, and like you just said, Marco doesn't want to watch this because it's for kids. Eddie doesn't want to watch this because it's for a more,
how dare you,
adult themed.
Don't you fucking say that.
I just said it because it was a slower burn.
Yeah, I know. Dean made it sound way worse.
But
I'm not a retard.
But that's
the thing is, if you give it a chance, I do think you'd like it. But sorry,
but that's the thing, right? Like,
you're many years away from retirement.
You're both able to get the gist of the story from whichever show you watch. So I think there's strengths and weaknesses for both.
Yeah,
I still think you should watch Andor, but it's.
And I do plan to try to finish Clone Wars as well. It just
You've
hasn't
been
grabbed
saying
me
that for 2
every
years.
time.
Yeah, I know.
I know. I have way more other stuff that I prioritize. But
yeah,
Marco just
Merlin's piling
the
up.
first 3 seasons.
Yeah,
are
fucking
a
Brazil.
slog, but then
You're
you get
prioritizing fucking.
I just like. Am I crazy? Like, why is it in Los Angeles? I don't understand that.
Shit!
Where they make most
What?
of the
Why
films.
not?
I just can't believe it. Make it put in the center of the country.
There's
the tickets would still be the same price.
You're still
no. I'm still not going, but I just like there's already 40 fucking conventions in that area. Why not put it somewhere?
Because they're able to handle the convention. That's the
or Florida even. I don't understand. Florida's were fucking.
Personally, I'm delighted that it's on in LA because I've never been to West Coast, and also I think Calvin's in or around there. He's about an hour from there. Marco, you're about an 8-hour drive there. No excuses. Expect to see you
I
there.
thought I was muted.
Flight.
My bad.
Eddie.
Jesus Christ!
How far away from LA are you?
I will say though, Zach, people
okay, he
complaining
doesn't
about
watch.
the location of Celebration. It's like you got a year to plan. You could make any of this shit happen.
No,
If
I'm not
you
saying
wanna
that.
be
Like,
there,
if you wanted to go,
will
you could be
If
there.
you don't, you don't.
I'm just saying, it seems like there's already a lot of conventions there. I don't understand why not spread it out to places that don't.
Because
that's the biggest convention of the year.
Oh, I forgot about saying.
Where do you?
It's every 2 years.
They can't put it in
That's
like
close
fucking
enough.
Kansas City or something. You have to be.
They've
have
done
the-
it in
the
fucking.
You know why,
infrastructure to have
Zach?
the convention.
Because
They've done it in Chicago.
Their
They've-
nipples. That's why.
They've done it in fucking. Was it Salt Lake? They've done it in other places that aren't
Yeah.
fucking.
They've done it.
Los Angeles.
When you say Salt Lake, that's Salt Lake City, yeah?
Yeah, Utah.
Oh, hang on. Let me make sure I'm trying to. Let me make sure I got the right cities.
Because I went to see the Book of Mormon.
You're thinking
at
of
the
the
weekend.
Olympics.
I might actually be thinking of it. No, I looked at it this morning. They've had it in other places.
Anaheim, Orlando.
But also, I guess, how are they doing it, Marco? It's one in the States and then one somewhere else, and one in the States, one somewhere else.
I will say this, as I would say, I'm a pretty huge Star Wars fan.
Like relatively, or you like?
Jesus Christ.
Unbelievable.
You're a
Okay,
piece of
so
shit,
I guess the point that I'm trying to make is, hang on. Let me strengthen
Zach's
my.
comment was still the worst,
hang on.
though. Zach's was
let
still
me
the worst.
let me strengthen where I'm at. It was in Anaheim in 2022, which that's California, right?
Yeah.
It's in Europe in 23, Celebration in Japan in 25, and then back to California. I don't understand. Like they've done Chicago, Orlando, they've already done Anaheim again.
Places where they've got measles figured out, I think, is what they're targeting.
Oh shit!
Is that real?
That was a comment of the night. Yeah, you guys got like 2 cases over there, I think.
Oh, I see. Yeah. Okay.
Anyway, back to Eddie called me fat. Fucking piece of shit.
I'm just saying, bro. You gotta spread that shit, bro.
Even no, I'm with you, Zach. Even if it was in
Indianapolis,
Dallas,
Indiana, bro.
even if it was in Dallas,
I have no.
I'm so fucking. I don't want to like.
I'm not a con person. I think you guys are con people. I'm just not. Like the thought of being around like 20,000 people in a hall like is just not exciting to me.
What if
I
they
don't
were
know.
all screaming Oxfather?
You might be onto something, Eddie. That's what we have.
Right? Like,
con.
Zach, I get your point, but the guy who runs his own con saying I'm not a con guy is something else.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah, that's different though. Yeah, but that's totally different. It's not. It's a con in the sense like that was the funny name to do, but it's not. We're not meeting in an auditorium. We're just going to restaurants and eating with our friends.
Smaller
and-
than an auditorium.
Yeah, that's it's the con is superfluous. It insists upon itself as.
I'm gonna
Marco
need
was
a
saying.
definition of
Eddie,
that word.
do you intend on? I know it's 2 years away, but is it? Do you intend on possibly going in the same?
Oh, I
question to
will
everyone on the
100% go. I can't not. It's 30 minutes away from me.
panel? Oh, you've no excuses. So
Yeah, I'm going 100%.
Yeah, first off, Charlie, it was 30 people.
Especially
Okay,
if
fucking
you
chill
go,
with
dude.
that.
Yeah, if there's
Yeah,
going to
I
be
think-
people that come from
I'm going, but I'm
out
staying
of the
with Eddie.
states, like
Thank
that's
you, Master
insane.
Darcy. Thank you.
But I'm just kind of with Zach, but also like again, I'm so apathetic to Star Wars right now. It's like I'm not fucking getting my fat ass in a car, driving 5 hours to Dallas to stand in a fucking 1,000 lines. You know what I mean? I'd rather drive to Dallas and meet a bunch of people outside.
Well,
the
you didn't
con,
want to
you know
do
what I
that
mean?
though.
yeah, but what if Bix
So
at the end of one of those lines?
She don't give a fuck about me.
Wow.
You don't know.
But also,
Hasn't met you
You
yet.
know, she hadn't met you
Yeah.
yet.
Oh fuck! What if she looked me in the eyes and was like, "That's the one"?
Could be.
Maybe. You never
I'm
know
going to
until
Star
you're
Wars Celebration, guys. You heard it here
See?
first.
You're
All right,
driving
Zach,
now.
you're next.
What's the question?
If a tree falls, no. What are the chances? What has to happen to get you to
What
go
the
to
They
Star
fuck
Wars
sell
Celebration
a
2027?
celebration
Oh, I'm-
exclusive Rolex that you have to buy.
I would not buy that at all.
Someone would have to buy this motherfucker
Rolexes that are
ticket.
branded
That's
like
how.
that. No, I
That's
wouldn't
how you
still
get
not
them
go. I wouldn't go.
Well, that's
You know,
fucking
if hang on, if okay, first off, don't ever you shut your mouth about the Snoopy watch. Second
I'm
off,
just saying you bought it. It's branded IP.
no. Sorry, let me rephrase what I was saying. If it's a Rolex with Star Wars Celebration, that'd be incredibly tacky. I'm not a big fan of that kind of collaboration. But Snoopy is a rare exception when you understand Omega's history with Snoopy and the space program and the Silver Snoopy Award. That's totally
a lot
different.
of Snoopy watches.
What if it's just
I will say that.
a Baby Yoda exclusive Rolex?
I would not buy that. No, I would not. Absolutely not.
Fake fan.
Absolutely not. Now,
We
if
might not even
Disney,
make it
if
to
Star Wars
27.
Celebration
To
wanted
be fair,
to fly
me and Zach are
out, I would
really
go.
depressed. I don't know that we're.
Hey, man,
hanging
speak
out
for
outside.
yourself, bro.
Whoa!
Just kidding.
Whoa! He's back.
Yeah, you're right. You're right. I don't know. Yeah, Trevor's not wrong. Convention is just an excuse to hang out with people you want to see. That you're not
That's
wrong.
true.
Yeah, but I don't want to spend fucking
People you don't want to see too.
How much are tickets
Jesus Christ,
to
Eddie.
celebration?
But maybe for the
Thanks,
it's 4
bro.
days, so I think maybe you're probably talking.
Oh, can I
maybe
get
around
another one of these?
400.
Yeah, I'd rather
bizarre
I'd
person.
rather spend the money to travel there and like get a hotel and just hang out with my friends outside of the convention, not like
Yeah, we could do that though.
shoulder to shoulder with like 20,000 other people.
He doesn't even go to your house.
Wow. I was not invited back. I pooped in his house one time, and that's all it took. Never before invited back. Fucking left that shit
I
spotless,
pooped in
bro.
your house. I was invited back.
Yeah, that's.
I use a bidet, though.
I don't. You know, I let everyone come back.
You were afraid Dean was dead, and you didn't bother to go to his house.
Are you kidding me? I don't. First off,
Twice.
First off, I've never been invited to his house, but once, and I was not invited inside. So what would I do? Stand outside?
Because you're not kosher.
Yeah, I was like, "Can I get some water or use your bathroom real quick?" And he's like, "Nah, bro, we gotta go." I'm like, "We don't have, we have time, bro. I'm here early, bro." He fucking didn't let me inside. I was parched. I was fucking parched, motherfucker. I was thirsty as shit, and he told me that we gotta go. It's crazy, bro. It's the craziest thing.
Oh, here we go.
I'll never forget
the
that.
goat, the
I'll
meat and
never forget
potatoes.
that.
Oh, this is why
I'll
we're
never
here.
forget that.
This is why we're here.
Whenever
Ready that
anyone has
drink.
to get going, by all means. Let's see here. Let's watch the Fantastic Four. This is the new one, right? 5 days ago? I haven't watched it.
Yes.
I think this is the new one.
Okay.
Well, folks, we all know the story. Four brave
Actually, we don't.
astronauts head up into space.
I thought I had seen this one. I guess I haven't.
That's how Eddie looks with the hat on.
Jesus Christ.
Bro, what's the
fuck?
This car.
Bro,
In fairness, if they're not giving us an origin story, I'm excited for that.
It is an origin story.
Yeah, but you know what I mean? The thing where they don't become the Fantastic Four to the last 20 minutes of the film.
Like the Power
They
Rangers
are.
movie. That shit pissed me
Oh,
off.
okay. I get what you're saying.
It's kind of like Homecoming, right? Where it kind of picks up a little bit
Yeah.
more. And
Celebrate.
Thank you, Fantastic Four. Thank you.
Thank you, Fantastic Four. Please welcome the Fantastic Four.
you guys like that they've said it in this era, though? I feel like that's kind of
I
a breath
do.
of fresh air, honestly.
I like it.
I hate
I don't
It's
think
not even
Latino
real
people
Earth,
were
though.
very
It's like-
welcomed in that era, Marco.
Look
It's
at how
like in the
small
era.
Johnny.
Nor was interracial
fuck?
relationships, to be honest.
Bro, look at
It's a utopia, right? It's a different timeline. What were you
Oh, I
saying,
see,
Shane?
okay.
bro.
Why is
like
he
a
so
different-
short?
It's not just in the
Exactly.
past. It's like a different. Earth.
Motherfucker's 4'3".
He's
There you go,
supposed
yeah,
to be
different.
bigger than
Why is he so
Mr.
short? too?
Fantastic.
They're in the
Eddie, wait
background,
until you
guys.
see the
It's-
Silver
it's-
Surfer.
Is he
Fucking
standing behind
perspective.
him now? I don't think he's
Yeah.
shoulder to shoulder with them.
No, they're not.
Herbie, how's that sauce looking?
I know, Shane.
Okay. That is fantastic.
wait, he rocks, but he can still taste.
Well, yeah, he can still fucking do every other thing a human can do. He's just rocks, bro.
Yeah, it's just on the
What
outside.
do you mean? What do I mean? You're late for
It's
dinner?
on the inside. That
Yes,
counts.
we are.
You're late? I just said that. Are you pregnant?
What?
How do y'all feel about Vanessa
You're gonna
Kirby?
be the best, Mom.
This girl?
Underrated. Underrated.
She's all right.
Underrated. So gorgeous, she's gorgeous, you know.
What?
Yeah, she's hot as hell.
Wait, is she pregnant in real life as well? Or are they
think so.
photoshopping her? They in the first trailer, everyone was saying that they photoshopped the belly out, but
Yeah,
she's
they
not
were
pregnant in
trying
real
to hide
life,
it.
right? Anyone?
I don't know.
Anyone? Okay.
I don't
idea.
think
You're gonna
so.
be the best mom in the world. And you are gonna be the best dad. Just kidding. You are out of your depth. We are gonna be the best uncles ever.
We can do this. Nothing's going to change.
He is shorter than Pedro, by the way.
I think Pedro's gonna crush this role, bro. I think he's got more range
Oh
than
my
we realize.
God.
Oh,
Because
he is.
plays the same.
One
character.
More
I
range than we
realize.
realize, bro. He's in
I
every
realize.
fucking movie, bro. There's already. What do you mean more
Alright.
than you realize? You've already
We're
seen him do
only-
everything, bro.
We're only just getting to the shitty part, so
How much time do we have?
not enough.
Yes, we are.
Your planet is now marked for death.
God damn it, that looks so bad.
Not great.
Also, does anybody notice the references from the first Fantastic Four movie?
No, I forgot that.
Which one?
With the
Torch
storm
chasing the surfer?
with the fucking storm,
Oh, the
and with the
cloud,
fact,
yeah.
that Torch grabs her the board.
Yeah, but they did it so much better before.
Yeah,
It's a Silver Surfer in the comics. Like
Yeah.
it can be a
Yes.
man and a woman.
yeah. Apparently, it's
Oh, okay.
not the Silver Surfer. Apparently,
It's not the Silver Surfer.
Yeah, there's different
And
types of heralds.
This
Isn't that
version's
it?
only been in like 15 total comic issues, so it's a stretch.
That's fine. That's fine with me.
But also, they decided to go old school with the Thing, and they went modern with Silver Surfer. So let's make a fucking decision here.
Mix and match.
No.
They have surfing in space.
It's my fault. I stretched the bounds of space. And they hurt.
This was dope.
Are we safe? I don't know.
The Thing is growing on me, to be honest.
I don't know.
Design.
What was that line
Yeah.
delivery?
I don't know.
I don't know.
That's that range Marco was talking about.
Yeah.
I'm not giving up.
Are you guys annoyed that they're just giving us Galactus kind of in the first film? Like they're using him already?
How many movies is this going to be?
I think that this is going to end like Empire Strikes Back.
There it is.
They're going to kiss brother and sister?
That was cool,
Yes.
Shane.
No, I
Here
think
it is.
that Galactus is going to win,
Yes.
and they're
It's
going to
gonna
end
be
up
like
in.
Infinity War.
Yeah, they're going to end up in our universe, 616.
They gotta flee.
I agree.
Galactus is kind
going
of
to
the
eat
best
this
thing
world.
about this trailer.
This
I
is
only
the
see a
best part when
shadow.
it's over, bro.
Jesus.
Because doesn't that guy, he basically eats planets.
Correct.
Is this a
None of that
reference to
size.
Godzilla? The 90s Godzilla?
Yeah.
Or every Godzilla.
Matthew Broderick.
Exactly. What a
I don't
classic.
understand. So Galactus is big enough to eat a planet.
He can
But when
he
he-
can scale. He can get bigger and
Okay,
smaller.
but why bother scaling? Just grab the planet and eat it.
There's something
Maybe he likes to
does,
enjoy the intimidation.
Yeah,
Yeah,
but
there-
if you make that argument in any film, like you can unravel it.
Film.
Like, oh, why didn't they just shoot the
Film,
fucking
yeah.
escape pod at
film?
I don't know what film is, but film on these nuts.
You can extract the joy out of the greatest movies ever made.
Is that what that means?
Well, you could, if you want to be like on a mission for plot holes, you could probably find plot holes in the best of movies.
Oh, I
like-
see. Yeah.
And
Well, this
then-
won't be the best of movies, so.
Just the
Yeah,
best.
I'd like it to be good though.
I just don't like. I know you guys are excited.
They need a dub.
Lukewarm.
They need a
I'm
dub.
excited over the idea
I got
of it.
Pedro
The trailer
fatigue,
did not.
bro.
The trailer did not get me pumped.
Yeah, the trailer was a little bit on more boring side.
Yeah, Mr. Musashi, this is an alternate reality, and I think that from kind of what I'm guessing is that Reed Richards is going to warp space time to get away from Galactus winning and end up in 616. That's why it's a different like time period. Because it's like if these people are around and this happened before, I mean Tony Stark would have been like a little kid when this happened, right?
Yeah.
In the 50s.
It's not in the 50s. It's actually in the future.
Oh, just an alternate.
Yeah, just the
Okay.
design of it looks retro.
You guys think we're going to get any references to Doom being from this universe, or it's going to be a different universe that RDJ's Doom is from? Just curious how it's all going to connect.
Maybe. I think we'll get. Yeah, we're definitely gonna get some Doom reference in this.
Macho, he doesn't put the fucking planet in his mouth.
Okay, well, how does he eat it? They say it's a
That's what I want to
planet,
know.
I think he consumes it like
Absorbs its energy type thing.
yeah, like that.
Oh, like Starkiller base?
Like the Death Eaters from Harry Potter.
Nice.
Yeah.
Nerd.
Like the
Where's my retainer?
I just hope they put a little more effort into the special effects because that shot of Surfer looked really fucking bad. And if Marvel's
Yeah,
been
but that's not
struggling
unique to this
with-
movie, bro.
No, that's what I'm gonna say. If Marvel's been struggling with anything lately, obviously it's been story.
Special
but
effects, bro.
Their special effects in their latest films and especially their TV shows have not been great. So the fact that Fox did this
Weren't
better,
you just
what,
all over
20
fucking
plus-
Daredevil's balls?
No,
Whoa.
not at all. I've been very critical of that. I've enjoyed the story, but no, the special effects were kind of janky. The look of the suit and stuff, and that was janky. But yeah, I think they really need to clean that up. The fact that Fox did it better 20 years ago should not be a conversation.
Yeah. But that's the industry as a whole, though, not just this movie or Marvel in
100%.
general.
Yeah, DC is gonna suck too.
It might, but I have hope.
We got CW Plus after the show. If you're Patreon, stay tuned for that. Dean, can we read the intros, please?
Yeah. Really quick. Can you get rid of the CW thing? Sorry. Give a quick shout out to Captain Fordo, Renee Mendez, Eric Mariscal, King Louis, Mark Pearson, Paul Schreiber, Equan, Chris Valencerino, Ben Thomas, David Jones, Sam Gist, Thomas Clark, Eric Switzer, Six Guns Figs, Billy Badfish, Luke Skywalker, Sweet Danny Lee, Beanie Martin, Big Old Fern, Caesar Marquin, Mark Phillips, Lisa Martin Bomonsky, Jose CZ, 2 Cothry, Wa, Aries Portillo, Alvin J, Aurelis Delgado, Toy Cartel, Sean Forrester, Harry Dempsey, Joe Chutbeaks Corvus, Sixth Scale Collector, Jared G, Alberto Cortez, Big Rib, The Big Donk, Trevor Weed, Darren Ilderton, Dalmadon, Stephen Purchase, Sean Huseby, Steve and Maria Stanley, Eddie Mizanoris, Louis Bennett, Chip Perrin, Exodus, Abe Dunk TV, and Gigi, the Judgmental. Bunch of sweet angels.
Angels indeed. Let's see here. We have the March, April Patreon benefits. We have the Maximum Spooderman sticker and the CW Movie Night sticker going out your way at the end of April. Very uplifting show. Jesus Christ. It's such a long show. Patreon.com/collecting weekly if you want to join us, get your name read, be in the Patreon chat, etc. $5 a month gets you in the chat. $7.50 gets you stickers sent straight to your door. If you're feeling a little bit more generous, 15 or 25 get you some extra perks, and 25 gets you doubles while the stickers and an exclusive Pog Deluxe set on your first pledge. Looking at our YouTube channel members, we have 12-inch Moose Stream, Absolute Irwin, Alex Black, Aurelis Delgado, Ben Thomas, Big Rib, Bob Dylan, Chris V, Clinton Martin, CT603, DJ, Eddie, Money, Mendez. Also, I'm sorry, Michael Elliott. I did not update this between last week and this week, but I will work on it. Well, had Dean not writing me back for nothing, I was concerned. I couldn't focus on this. Gare Bear, Hodor, Jake, Justice for the Friday Night, Justice Sports Card, Jazzy, King Dingling, Luke Skywalker, LV Avengers 702, thank you, Michael Elliott, Mr. Sketch, OG Fan, 16 Figure Focus, Philip the Fool, S Beam, Sam Giss, SpongeBob SquareBalls, Trevor Weed, Universal Key, and Mike's Adventure World. What the fuck is happening? What is actually happening, bro? What is actually happening?
Okay.
Yeah. I don't see anything happening.
I don't know what Zach. Zach's going crazy.
Is he stroking out? What's going on right now?
Dean's got fucking potato Wi-Fi and he's coming at me, bro. He's got fucking the internet speed of a fucking...
I've been on mute.
He's looking crispy as hell.
Yeah.
Guys, have I said anything?
No, Dean. Uncalled for, Zach.
You said almost
You
nothing.
attacked my sweet Dean.
I am so confused right now. Literally the whole time I was reading, you just kept going, "You're so slow," and y'all are playing a fucking trick on me, bro. That's fucking.
You have 2 StreamYards open, buddy.
Oh, what? I'm so confused. Wait.
I've just been trolling you.
Oh. Oh man, that's good. That's good. Never again will I ever. Yeah, I was wondering. I was like, why is your fucking thing muting so quickly? I was very confused. Anyways, forget this. I don't want to talk about this. And we got OFAC this week, so there's that. Anyone have any shout outs that they want to give?
OFAC this week. We got movie night.
I think it's both.
I guess, because OFAC
is
is
it both?
they already scheduled their show. Fucking come at me like that.
Oh, nice.
What is the movie night for this week?
We don't know yet.
Jesus Christ.
Well, so we were planning, but Chris he got called out to work, so we kind of got screwed. So we don't know what we're gonna do. You want to join us, Zach, for a movie night? That could be fun.
Come on, Zach.
It depends. Thursdays are a bit tough, but possibly.
Okay.
It depends on the movie, because I suggested a movie like 7 times to Chris, and he never did it. So I didn't feel.
Which movie?
I didn't feel very
Because we're
heard.
Yeah, we're still not doing that movie.
Okay, well, I don't know if it's a good movie.
What, Dark Crystal?
No, okay, that too. That one I was actually pissed off. I was like,
I'll
dude, what the
join
fuck?
if you do Dark Crystal.
It was
Definitely not.
It was the movie called Carnosaur. It was just a silly movie that I wanted to watch, and he seemed like
Rather
excited about it, and then he
Shoot
never.
myself in the dick.
Yeah, we'll talk about it.
I'd rather watch Marco's Brazilian movie.
There's still a part 2.
City of God 2.
What's
bro.
it called?
Is that
Tears
City
the
of
Sun?
God?
City
City of God's a good movie.
Great film.
Anyways,
Another Andor fan down there.
Well, actually, I have a
It's
shout
good
out.
movie, man.
Shout out to Connor, Hot Toys Hotline. They usually go live on Tuesdays. Honestly, I don't think they should move days, to be honest. But Connor's got some real stuff going on, so wishing him the best with the situation he's got going on. All jokes aside, love that guy. Been a good friend of mine. Very patient, big customers, Axe Wonderland, big supporters.
So he pays you.
Wow. That's what it is.
Most of my friends pay me, Eddie. So let's.
Well, shout out to Connor.
Anyone
though.
else?
Yeah.
Yeah, shout out. Yeah, I'm
Shout
trying
out
to give
Connor.
a nice
Hopefully
shout out.
he's doing all right. I do have a shout out, and this is just, you guys were talking about movies. Is anyone planning to see the film Sinners at all? Because
I want
went
to.
this weekend.
What's that one
It was
about?
Incredible.
Sinners.
I don't even want to spoil it. Like there are vampires.
But is
involved.
it the A24?
No, it's not A24. It's the Michael B. Jordan film where he plays two
It's Ryan
characters.
Coogler.
Oh, I'm not watching that movie. That looked
No,
terrible.
bro, you're acting like Eddie right now, bro. It's fucking. It's
What's
really
her
fucking
name in
good.
that movie?
It's not a
Yeah,
good time,
Haley
bro.
Steinfeld.
Dude.
She got
Dude,
it.
she was
have
saying
her
some
in the-
nasty words, bro. I saw
She got a
her
freaking
boyfriend
scene.
listening to it, dude. She was saying some wicked
Poor
words,
Josh
bro.
Allen.
It's crazy.
Poor
work,
Josh
bro.
Allen. Poor fucking Miles Morales.
Dude, that guy.
Oh, he's
But watch out for him, dude.
I shout out to the boys over at Just Another Friday Night Podcast. They are doing a show this week. They're going to be talking the Daredevil series with special guests. So tune in.
Okay, Mike.
Oh damn!
There you go.
No one's gonna watch.
No, I just screwed
Jesus
it.
Christ.
I have a small shout out.
Okay.
Very, very small shout out.
Size doesn't matter. Shane.
No, do you know what? You're not getting your shout out. When I started the whole YouTube thing, I messaged Zach and I was like, do you have any advice? And he gave me some very good advice. He was like,
What did I say?
Just
Don't.
I still have the messages, like they're actually pretty legit. He kind of goes, just like don't avoid burnout, just stick to a plan and basically put out the videos you want X amount a week or something like that. And it was just
Send me those messages. I need to hear for myself.
no, I can cut and paste them around. They're on Instagram, like, but they just the advice that you gave me, it was just good advice, and like I'm coming up on 5,000 subs, and I genuinely didn't think I'd get
The rap.
Eddie. Yeah, I
Thank
genuinely didn't think I'd get past 100. So, like, and also I totally invited myself on Collecting Weekly for the last 2 weeks. I messaged Zach and goes, "Hey, I'm off. Can I come on?" And he allowed me to come on, and
As you should.
I do really
bro.
appreciate it, and I like hanging around.
Yeah, anytime,
G.
bro.
And like anytime, like I see any guys on a stream, I will watch it because I just like your opinions and I like how you articulate yourselves, and I like that you stick to your guns. And Eddie, like, we're giving you shit today, whatever, myself and Mark or whatever, but like I like that you stick to your guns, like, and it's like it's a conviction and stuff. So, just massive shout out to all the Collecting Weekly crew, and it is greatly appreciated. And yeah, it's just nice to have a few beers and just relax and forget about the world and just talk about the stuff we love. So I really appreciate it.
Wow, that was a really good advice I gave. I'm looking at it right now.
Points.
You earned
Jesus
that point
Christ.
this time, my friend.
That's right.
Wow.
10 points.
I've got
really
4, and I'm coming back for yours.
Yeah. Shane, really cool to see you having so much success, and yeah, awesome to
Yeah.
stream with you
Hell
tonight. Yeah, even better that Ben's not here. So swapping out Shane for Ben is just a big improvement.
Okay.
But on that, I almost
We don't know
I
how
almost
big.
forgot to mention. That's right. Oof, yeah, it's big
A lot of
shorts to
big.
fill. So on that, I
Wow.
almost forgot to mention Saturday morning on my channel. So it'll be 9 Pacific, 12 noon Eastern. We're going to be doing the Masomeno show that Jose Plus and myself do. We're going to have Ben
Okay.
Thomas. We're going to have Feezy Figs kind of squaring off on their, 1/6 figure King Shark, Shark Tank pitch. So yeah, come check us out. A little fun Saturday morning stream, and yeah, should be a good time.
There you go. Well, I think we've touched them all tonight. Genuinely, no stone left untouched.
Genuinely.
But anyways, genuinely, I'm Zach.
I'm Dean.
I'm Marco.
I'm Eddie.
I'm Mike.
I'm Shane, genuinely.
I genuinely love you guys, and we'll catch you on the next episode.
Film.
Bye.